Just heard the Miami Dolphins beat the Green Bay Packers 23-20 in overtime. And now let's join Bob Fitzgerald, John Robinson, and Tony Graziani in Denver for the Jets taking on the Broncos on many of the Sports USA radio network stations.
Those of you joining us from the Dolphins' overtime win over the Packers, we welcome you to Denver. Bob Fitzgerald with John Robinson and Tony Graziani. A punt-a-thon so far, scoreless with the Broncos and the Jets, the stations along our network. I want to remind you our next commercial break, we break number 37. First and 10, Jets at their own 20. Sanchez under center, handoff to Sean Green over the left side. Gets out across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jets have been bottled up a little bit. Started on their own 20, their own 17, and their own 20. That's a win for the Denver defense. It's just that the Bronco offense, no movement whatsoever against the Jets D and having to punt it back and forth.
Yeah, you feel like the Broncos have let a couple opportunities slip away. Potentially two interceptions early, and then a fumble when they had the ball around the 25. So, but they're doing good. They're up there pressing the line of scrimmage, trying to take the run away, playing man-to-man coverage.
Second and 8 from the 22. Sanchez dropping back, flushed out of the pocket, rolling left, and picked off. His first interception of the season at the 30. Return to the 25. Pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Jason Hunter comes up with a pick. A flag flies late. Mark Sanchez had not thrown an interception. His first two passes should have both been picked off. His third one finally is.
And the coverage has just been sensational. He has not been pressured. He goes back, looks for his target, and he can't find it, so he's scrambling.
At the conclusion of the play, there are two fouls, both against Denver. Personal foul unnecessary, this number 57. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, and a late hit here. By rule, a 15-yard penalty. It'll be Denver's ball, first and 10.
The late hit on Mario Hagan on the defensive return. Instead of having it at the 20, Broncos will be backed up a little bit. They're about to enter the Ruth Chris Red Zone, brought to you by Ruth Chris Steakhouse, an incredible steak experience. Broncos 21 times inside the red zone, 7 TDs and 8 field goals, but that penalty will back them out of the red zone. And instead spot the ball at the 33-yard line. So first and 10 for Denver. They've already fumbled once, knocking on the door. They're getting opportunity after opportunity. Hand off to Maroney over the left side. He'll get to the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Let's check in with Ted Sobel at the Sports USA studios in L.A. with another NFL scoreboard update.
And the Miami Dolphins beat the Green Bay Packers 23-20 in overtime, and we have another one in OT in New England with Baltimore and the Patriots tied at 20. New Orleans already beat Tampa Bay 31-6. Rams upset the Chargers 20-17 in Oakland, leading San Francisco early 3-0, Bob.
All right, Ted. Inside handoff, burst through the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Terrell Buckhalter open in a passing formation, and right in the middle where the injured Chris Jenkins would be for the Jets, but they're attacking the Jets at point-blank range.
Well, that's a little bit of Florida in there. Tim Tebow was in there and handed that ball off, and he gave him a little bit of a look.
Well, Tebow remains in the game. Horton actually goes out to the right side. Tebow is in the gun, first and 10 at the Jets 16. Tebow again, inside handoff to Buckhalter. It's played better by the Jets, but still a gain of a couple. So Brady Quinn, the third quarterback, Tebow, the second stringer, but a couple of those Wildcats worked out well.
Well, they had a grand design there. They went unbalanced with Tebow. The Jets were totally taken aback on the first play. The second play, I thought Tebow was going to keep it and do one of those option run things, but he gave the ball away.
So Horton back in. Second and 7 at the 13. Horton will back out to the gun. 3 in the pattern here. Scoreless in Denver, but the Broncos an opportunity. Kyle Horton on a slant route, caught at the 7-yard line. It's not quite a first down. But anytime Jabbar Gaffney can get in front of Darrelle Revis, you've done something.
You could have an enjoyable Sunday afternoon watching Revis and Champ Bailey go, and just isolate on them, and you would get a look at two of the very best, maybe the very best of all time.
So 3rd and 1. Ball sitting in a goal-to-go situation, and a loss all the way back to the 10-yard line. Unbelievable push by David Harris coming up from his linebacker spot. A loss of 3. It'll be field goal time for the Broncos. And when you start getting Brian Thomas, Bart Scott, David Harris, Calvin Pace, those linebackers, there's a reason why the Jets defense carries the mail a lot in New York.
And they're coming all the time. That's the point on 3rd and 1 is you're almost better not trying to go straight ahead, trying to do something a little different just to try to keep the other side off balance.
Prater has yet to miss a field goal. It's a 28-yarder, bobbled snap. The ball is loose and still loose at the 23. So the snap is bobbled and unable to get the ball down. And so the Broncos, how many more ways can you miss opportunities? The Jets defense holds on the botched field goal operation. Colquitt, the punter, was not a good snap. He couldn't get it down. He's tackled, and the Jets will take over. So scoreless here in Denver with 6:34 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages. Jets with the ball on their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Mark Sanchez under center. A stretch play off to the right. And Daniel Tomlinson will get maybe a yard. The Jets, in 3 possessions, have 4 yards and have turned it over. Today's game being brought to you by Advil. Make Advil your #1 choice. And Rex Ryan's going to go to the Advil here if the offense doesn't start to percolate a little bit.
Well, I think the biggest problem they have is they've got to get Sanchez started or restarted. He's just off to a terrible start. The 3 passes he's thrown all should have been intercepted. One of them was. So they've got to get him settled down and just playing his game. But the Broncos are just really focused and playing as aggressive as you could possibly play.
And now Sanchez has to use a timeout. There is no rhythm to this first quarter whatsoever. 5:50 remaining in the first. We are scoreless in Denver. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Goliath Radio brings you more local personalities and more points of view. Here at WELE 1380 Ormond Beach.
A major sponsor of Imus in the Morning on WELE is Daytona Mitsubishi. You can get everything from the Raider 4-door pickup to the sporty Spider convertible. That's the poor man's Porsche, baby. You can get a great car, truck, SUV for less money, more gas mileage, and 0% financing for 72 months. The 5-star safety rating on most cars and SUVs means a lot of airbags around you to keep you safe. Superior styling, state-of-the-art computer systems, and comfortable seats get you 5 times the vehicle for a lot less money. And the more you drive your Daytona Mitsubishi, the more you're going to save. There ain't no gas guzzlers at Daytona Mitsubishi. Locally owned and operated by Richard Nesbitt, a hometown guy who will treat you like a neighbor. Friendly, courteous, lots of available financing, and great gas mileage makes Daytona Mitsubishi the regional leader in sales service. Just call them, 252-7000. Check them out on the web at DaytonaMitzu.com. Or see them in living color at 510 North Nova Road. You should have seen it in color. You'll be glad you did.
Goliath Radio offers advertisers reach with the most powerful bark in the area on WELE Ormond Beach.
Let's check in with Ted Sobel at our Sports USA studios in LA with a scoreboard update brought to you by Samuel Adams Boston Lager. Great addition to any tailgate lineup. Game day calls for bold flavor. Samuel Adams, take pride in your beer.
And they are still in overtime in New England. The Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens at 20 apiece. Raiders lead 3-0 over the 49ers. Dallas, Minnesota scoreless in the first spot.
All right, Ted, 2nd and 8. For the Jets at their own 25. Little play fake. Now Sanchez rolling right, looking for somebody, and fires it out to the 27-yard line. Braylon Edwards will haul it in there. A gain of only 2. But for Mark Sanchez, he completed a pass, and it was to a teammate this time.
One of his guys. You're hot now, Mark. And it was a bootleg. And again, the receivers downfield are just being blanketed, man-to-man type of coverage, and he just can't find anybody.
3rd and 6. Jets do not have a first down in 4 possessions so far. 5.5 remaining in the scoreless first quarter. Sanchez under center, bunch formation to the left, dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, firing to Santonio Holmes. He'll have the first down on a crossing route. Get out to the 34-yard line, a gain of 7. And Santonio Holmes, suspended for the first 4 games of the season, maybe the most dynamic offensive player. He and LaDainian Tomlinson should carry things and aid Sanchez in year number 2.
Yeah, and he is very fast, and he can make the big play, the touchdown play that really they haven't had so far.
1st and 10. Jets at their own 34, their initial first down. Move Ben Hartsock, the backup tight end in motion. Give it to Tomlinson over the left side. And he comes through the jet wash all the way to the 39. Good line surge there before DJ Williams brings him down. And that line, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Pro Bowler, 69 straight starts. Nick Mangold, maybe the best center in football, 69 straight starts, another Pro Bowler. Brandon Moore, 92 straight starts. And Damian Woody has started all 37 games since he's been a Jet. Only Matt Slauson, the newbie, but this is a veteran, talented, cohesive offensive line. On 2nd and 4, Jets at their own 40. Inside handoff, running to the right side, and Brad Smith is an intriguing player in that when Smith comes in what they call the Seminole, he has thrown for a touchdown, he's rushed for 83 yards, he returns kicks, and he's caught passes. I mean, that's the Swiss Army knife. Any coach says, I got a guy who fills 4 roster spots for me.
Yeah. And he doesn't have to do it but very often, but the threat of doing it can really kind of intimidate a defense.
3rd and 2. And Denver looking to use the timeout defensively. So we've had a couple timeouts burned. We have no score, several punts back and forth, and the Jets have a 3rd and 2 from their own 42 coming up. Timeout on the field with 3:36 remaining in the first. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Goliath Radio brings you more local personalities and more points of view. Here at WELE 1380 Ormond Beach.
There's a new game in town, and it's called High Stakes No Limit Poker. Get ready to play with the pros and celebrities at the Daytona Beach Kennel Club and Poker Room. It's Vegas-style poker in the luxurious poker room, and it's here to stay. New high-stakes games, big payouts, and now play until the wee hours of the morning. But if you like traditional Texas Hold'em, Omaha High-Low, or 7-card stud games, the jackpots are still fan favorites every day. You could be a big winner and walk away with a big cash payday. There's no limits in town, and it's called High Stakes Vegas style. It's all at the Daytona Beach Kennel Club and Poker Room, located at 960 South Williamson Boulevard. Join us 7 days a week, featuring live or simulcast racing, great dining creations from Chef Ron During, and your kind of poker until the wee hours. Free admission and monitored parking. Call 386-252-6484 for more information. It's Daytona Beach's only Vegas-style racing and poker entertainment complex, just off I-95, exit 261.
Goliath Radio offers advertisers reach with the most powerful bark in the area on WELE Ormond Beach.
The NFL and the NFL Players Association supporting this month's National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Game-worn pink merchandise and footballs will be autographed post-game and auctioned at NFL Auction. That's www.nfl.com/auction. On 3rd and 2 from the 42 for the Jets in a scoreless first quarter. Sanchez rolling right, firing out in the flat. He's got the first down on the 45-yard line. All NFL auction proceeds during the month of October will benefit the American Cancer Society and team charities. And I got to admit, I don't mind all the pink accented equipment. We've seen that the last couple weeks here in the month of October. Been kind of interesting, a little different.
Yeah, it's gotten to be kind of cool, I think, for the players to come up with different things. You know, Sanchez has a towel that he has, that's pink, and they're pink shoes. And,
exactly, it's a little different. Well, 1st and 10 for the Jets at their own 45. Back-to-back first downs. Winding down to 3 minutes remaining in the first. Pitch toss. Ladainian Tomlinson running left will be tripped up short of the line of scrimmage. And Champ Bailey, you know about the great pass coverage skills, but his run support has been excellent.
And it always has been. He has been a complete corner. He will challenge the best player, best receiver on the opponent, and he will come up and tackle the best runner.
Tony Graziani's down on the sideline. Graz, this Jets offense, are they coming alive yet?
Well, I don't think so. What they're going to have to do is stretch the field. They haven't thrown a ball other than the interceptions or to the other team over 10 yards. They've got to be able to stretch the field because these corners are really sucking up for the Broncos.
2nd 11. Jets at their own 44. Sanchez on the play fake. Rolling right. Looking downfield and caught at the 44-yard line. This is Tony Graziani was talking about, looking a little downfield, and Dustin Keller, who leads the team in receptions, their tight end out of Purdue, a 12-yard gain. That's the deep ball in the Jets offense right now.
Well, and he was covered. He made a really nice catch to get it. Sanchez bootleg, stopped, and threw back. A bit of a dangerous pass. Coverage was every bit as good as it had been. He just is a big physical guy and made a very good catch.
Winding down inside 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Jets 1st and 10 at the Bronco 44-yard line. 3 wide receivers in the pattern. Sanchez under center. Hand signal to the right. He'll turn and throw that screen out to the right at the 40. All the way down to the 35-yard line, and that's Jericho Cotchery. Between Jericho Cotchery, Santonio Holmes, and Braylon Edwards, then the Swiss Army knife, Brad Smith, Jets have some options for Sanchez. He's now completed 5 in a row.
And the great thing of that the Jets can look forward to through the rest of the year, they have such a good defense. Their pressure isn't on the offense. The offense can build as the season goes on, and I think that's kind of what they're doing.
Top 6 and points scored, top 6 and points allowed. The Jets a complete team. They have designs on long-term playoff success. 2nd and 2 for the Bronco 36. Almost a free play here. Give it to Thomas over the left side. He has the first down. They get down to the 32-yard line. And when you line up behind DeBrickashaw, Ferguson, and Matt Slauson and Mangold, there's going to be some holes over that left side.
Yes, and the thing that Tomlinson is doing well, he's making 2 and 3 yard runs into 4 and 5 yard runs. A year ago and 2 years ago, he did not do that. So whether it's the offensive line or the renew factor in his career, it's working.
11th play of the drive, 1st and 10 for the Bronco 32. Sanchez dropping back, looking left, and incomplete. Pass low and away from the tight end Dustin Keller. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I get the feeling that Sanchez is not really in rhythm. The balls that he's throwing he's throwing fastballs and maybe a little bit too fast. That ball was traveled only about 12 to 15 yards in the air, and it was really smoking.
Sanchez is 5 of 9, 32 yards, has the pick, his first interception of the season. Final 19 seconds of the first quarter. On 2nd and 10 for the Bronco 32. High formation. Give it to Tomlinson, looking for something up the middle, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Jason Hunter coming up behind Ronald Fields. It'd be fun to be a linebacker in a 3-4. All the 3-down linemen have to occupy people. As a linebacker, you flow to the ball and get to hit people all day.
That's good theory, but every once in a while there's one of those 320-pounders that comes right at you, and some coach says, stuff that guy and make the tackle. So.
End of the first quarter. We are scoreless in Denver. The Jets marching. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
Time and money. Midas wants to save you both, and we'll prove it. Stop by Midas for an oil change for just $19.99. And we'll include a complimentary courtesy check. It's a written report of all your car's vital parts. The $19.99 Midas oil change with a complimentary courtesy check, helping you save time and money. That's the Midas touch.
Up to 5 quarts conventional oil, taxes, and synthetics extra shop fees may apply. Most vehicles at participating Midas.
Of applause. At Dell, we're celebrating small business, and you can always count on our expert guidance to keep you thriving. Our tribute to you includes great offers like the Dell Vostro 3500 laptop with an Intel Core i3 processor starting at just $549, plus a $10,000 IT makeover sweepstakes. For entry rules and prizes, visit Dell.com/celebrate. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Open to U.S. Small Business Owners Office on October 27th.
This weekend, fall into Lowe's for big savings. Right now, when you use your Lowe's consumer credit card, ask for 10% off your purchase or get 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more. Plus, now's the time to rake in the savings with 10% off all major appliances, $397 or more. And this is the season for 10% off all Scott's products, including fertilizer, mulch, grass seed, and bird seed. These prices won't be falling forever, so come into Lowe's now. Experience Lowe's. Let's build something together. Offer valid 10/13 through 10/18. See store for details. Valid in U.S. only.
Scoreless here in Denver. Today's game being brought to you by Carfax. Shopping for a used car? A Carfax Vehicle History Report can help you pick a winner. Get one free from your dealer. Just say, "Show me the Carfax," or go to Carfax.com. Well, show me the offense in Denver. Wow. Scoreless here. Bob Fitzgerald, the Hall of Famer John Robinson, Tony Graziani down in the field. The Jets have had a 10-minute and 27-second time of possession in that first quarter, but no points. Now 3rd and 10 at the Bronco 32.
Great place for a screen.
Mark Sanchez under center. 2 wide receivers to the right. Dropping back to pass. Has time. Lofting it middle of the field. Touchdown, New York Jets. Braylon Edwards right down the seam from 32 yards out. So the Jets had been dinking and dunking and running, and Tony Graziani had talked about finally stretching the field. And Braylon Edwards, touchdown number 4. Mark Sanchez, touchdown number 9 on the season. And the Jets score first. We have an injury in the end zone before they have the PAT. And the Bronco DB that was beaten on the play was slow to get up. I think that Edwards actually kicked him in the midsection inadvertently as he came down with a football.
Tomlinson did a great job of picking up a blitzing linebacker that time. They tried a bit of a play-action fake.
Injury timeout. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
Change can be a good thing. Well, now's a great time to change from paying a lot of money to cash your paycheck to paying only $3. Just go to Walmart and cash your payroll or government check for $3. And now you can do it at the Walmart Money Center, designed to provide affordable basic money services, from check cashing and bill payment to money transfers and the Walmart Money Card. Save money. Live better. Walmart. Certain check amount limits apply. $6 fee for checks from $1,000 to $5,000.
Everybody and their brother, sisters, and second cousins are saying they can save you money on car insurance. Well, who listens to brothers, sisters, and second cousins? Geico's been saving people money on car insurance for over 70 years. That's longer than most companies have been around. That's probably longer than you've been around. Believe me, when it comes to saving you money, this isn't Geico's first time to the rodeo.
For a free rate quote, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. 15 minutes could save you hundreds on car insurance.
The Sears Automotive Center knows that when you get your car back from the shop, you don't want to feel like you've been taken for a ride. That's why the Sears Blue Automotive Crew offers Price Match Plus to get you the best price guaranteed. Save big during Fall Car Care Month. Through October 23rd, buy 3 of our best-selling Bridgestone tires and get 1 free after mail-in rebate. Plus, save 50% on our seasonal maintenance package. Get a conventional oil change, new air filter, and tire rotation, all for $27.49. Visit SearsAuto.com for more great deals. Sears Auto Center. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Able to help Champ Bailey off the field. appeared to have kind of a rib cage injury.
Yeah.
Braylon Edwards inadvertently kicked him. And now the PAT from Nick Folk. It was perfect, 13 of 13 on the year. Good snap and set. And the kick is up and good. And so the Jets, 13 plays, 77 yards, 32-yard pass from Mark Sanchez to Braylon Edwards. They lead now 7-0. Timeout on the field with 14:54 remaining in the half. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Hello, I'm Melvin Stack, your elder law attorney. I've been a resident of the Daytona Beach area since 1961 and have practiced law here for 24 years. You might ask, what does an elder law attorney handle? My practice focuses on estate planning. This includes the preparation of wills, trusts, powers of attorney, and living wills. You might believe that this is expensive and very time-consuming. It is not. I work with the American Association of Retired Persons, and there is no charge for the initial consultation. Please give me a call at 255-1925 and make an appointment. The number again is 255-1925. And remember to support the Halifax Humane Society, which helps our homeless animals.
How comfortable is your living room? Is it cool enough? Are you sweating your pocketbook or your impact on the world? Well, an energy-efficient Infinity air conditioner by Carrier can save you up to 56% on your cooling costs, while also lessening your impact on the environment, all of which can make your living room a pretty comfortable place to be. Learn more at Carrier.com. Cooling cost savings compared to a 10-SEER air conditioner.
For a limited time only, you can receive federal tax credits when you buy qualified Carrier heating and cooling products for your home.
Cunningham Oil, your Carrier dealer. Call 253-7621. Once again, that is 253-7621.
Over the Broncos here in Denver with 14:54 remaining in the first half. Ted Sobel back in our LA studios with a scoreboard update. That overtime game with the Patriots and Ravens.
It's all over. Stephen Gostkowski, 35-yard winning field goal. The Patriots beat the Ravens 23-20. Dallas, a Tony Romo 15-yard scoring pass to Roy Williams, 7-0 in Minnesota. End of the first in San Francisco. Raiders lead the Niners 3-0, Bob.
And the Jets able to kick it out of the end zone, and that will mean the Broncos will start at their own 20 after the touchback. Tony Graziani down in the field, and Graz, this is one where a little demoralizing for the Broncos. All those opportunities, they come up with nothing, and now they're down 7-0 against that Jets defense.
Yeah, guys, and what's more demoralizing, too, is on that botched extra field goal attempt. I'll tell you after this play.
Lawrence Maroney in alongside Kyle Horton. And Horton firing over the middle of the field, out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And Jabbar Gaffney hauling that in. Go ahead, Graz.
Well, guys, on that botched field goal, the kicker, Matt Prater, sprained his plant foot, his left ankle, so he's hobbled right now.
Keep an eye on that in terms of field goal or fourth down. They run it right over the right side to Lawrence Maroney. And if you're Josh McDaniels and you're Horton right now, what are you thinking, Coach? What's the approach?
Well, I think they're going to stick with what they've been doing. It's working okay. They've completed the ball on first down, came right back, and after they made a completion down the field, no huddle, come up and had a run. The run was not successful, but it's part of a plan they have that I think they're going to stick with.
You have to give their defense a little time off the field. Jets had it for over 10 minutes in that first quarter. Play fake on second down, firing over the middle of the field into Jet territory. And that is Gaffney one more time. Now, Kyle Horton, traded in the Jay Cutler deal, but very comfortable at 6'4", 225. This is similar to what he ran at Purdue, where it was constantly throwing the ball. There was a catchable ball, and has had good receivers with Lloyd, Eddie Royal, and Gaffney so far this year.
Yeah, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And nobody talks about him or really knows about him, but he's a good player.
First and 10 for the Jets 47. Little pitch toss in the end around to Eddie Royal. At the 40, little wiggle to the 35. He'll have a first down and keep moving the Broncos into Jets territory. 13 yards on that end-around pitch, and Jim Leonard, the safety, had to come up and make the stop.
They were ready to snap that ball right there. Again, after any kind of a first down or a big play, they come right up on the ball and try to force the Jets into making a base call rather than a sophisticated blitz. Their offensive ideas, I think, are sensational. Here they're unbalanced again, and they got Tim Tebow in.
Tebow in, twins to the right. Tebow faking the pitch one way, runs the option to the left, and gets down to the 31-yard line. So clearly the worst rushing team in the NFL going against the premier run-stopping defense said, we're going to go Wildcat, we're going to go option, we're going to use Tebow, and just sprinkle them in to see if we can get something on the ground.
It was interesting that time. Tebow had a linebacker kind of from the side. In college, he would have broken that tackle. Here, he was pulled down.
So 2nd and 8 from the Jets 32. Winding down at 12 minutes remaining in the half. Jets up 7-0. Horton a little look-in route and incomplete at the 21-yard line. And that was one Brandon Lloyd could not haul in. Antonio Cromartie had the coverage. You want to talk corners. Antonio Cromartie with 2 picks acquired from San Diego in the offseason, and Darrelle Revis on the other. You can do lots of blitzing and lots of fun stuff when you've got covered corners like that.
Yeah, they're both good, and they teach them to play man, and they're comfortable with them playing man. You get beat every once in a while when you're out there by yourself, as we saw Champ Bailey get beat, but they stick with them, and they believe in them, and they're pretty good.
3rd and 8 from the Jets 32. Horton out of the gun, looking left, man-on-man isolation, over Revis! Gaffney hauls it in! He'll bring it in at the 6-yard line, threw it up for grabs, and Jabbar Gaffney beat the best corner in the league in a jump ball situation.
It was a great throw. He took 3 steps back. The blitz was coming. There's no way they were going to pick it up, but they got the ball thrown, and it was a big, big play.
Broncos back in the Ruth Chris red zone. They have fumbled once. They have missed a field goal on a botched snap. And here's Tebow one more time at the 10-yard line, out of the gun. Kyle Horton is out to the left. Tebow running right. Tebow at the 5. Tebow to the corner. Tim Tebow. Bronco touchdown. They love it in Invesco at Mile High. Tim Tebow, his first NFL touchdown, keeping it out of the gun and beating the Jets to the corner.
This is just like Florida now. They're wearing the same colors. This is all Florida. Tim Tebow kind of lumbers around there. He doesn't look all that fast, but he's a big, powerful guy. And what a great play, and what a great moment for Bronco football.
Matt Prater's PAT is up and good. We're even at 7 in Denver. Time out on the field. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
A better way. You'll find it at Midas. It's the way we listen and do more than you expect. Midas will change your oil for just $19.99 and give your entire car a complimentary courtesy check. It's how we keep car maintenance simple and keep you as a customer. People and prices you can count on. That's the Midas touch.
Up to 5 quarts conventional oil, taxes, and synthetics extra shop fees may apply. Most vehicles at participating Midas.
Football players work in cold weather. So does Liquid Nails brand subfloor adhesive. It bonds to wet or frozen lumber in temperatures as low as 22 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's VOC compliant nationwide. Want more? Get to winliquidnails.com/NFL now through December 31st, 2010 for the Liquid Nails brand subfloor adhesive extreme temperature treasure hunt. And you could win big. Demand a product that works as hard as you do. Liquid Nails brand adhesives. Done once, done right.
NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
In our lifetimes, it doesn't get any more serious than it is right now. Every American has a stake in this economy. People are scared. They're uneasy. What happens when the bottom falls out of your world? Our job is to give you some context and perspective. We're all in this together. That's never been more clear.
NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams, where the world unfolds nightly.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. I'm a Wrangler guy. Always have been, always will be. They're just the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Wrangler Jeans Company. Get a pair at Walmart near you.
Broncos tie it. Our drive summary brought to you by AutoZone. The better you see, the better you drive. Remember to check your headlights and always replace them in pairs. Let AutoZone help you stay safe all winter long. Get in the zone, AutoZone. And Tim Tebow gets into the end zone for the first time in his NFL career, an 8-play, 80-yard drive. It took 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Kyle Horton was 3 of 4 passing for 60 yards, and Tebow took it in. Onside kick by Prater. It's recovered by the Broncos at their own 45. Prater with the onside kick. Denver recovers. And now they're really going nuts in Mile High.
Well, if the Saints can do it, the Broncos can do it.
Nate Jones got on top of it, and it was one where there were no Jets in the vicinity. It had to go the 10 yards. It easily did from the 30 out to the 45. Ball on top of it. Got a free possession.
The Jets were totally surprised. This game plan that Josh McDaniels has come up with is just outstanding.
Timeout on the field, 7-all in Denver, but the Broncos getting it back. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Goliath Radio brings you more local personalities and more points of view. Here at WELE 1380 Ormond Beach.
Looking for one insurance company that can do it all under one roof? Call Mullen & Company Insurance Services at 386-673-3633. Located at 761 West Granada Boulevard in Ormond Beach, Mullen & Company was established in 1946 and is one of the area's oldest independent insurance agencies. And since they're an agency and not the insurer, they're not limited to one company's products. They can choose the right coverage and the right price for you from a selection of the world's leading insurers. Mullen & Company Insurance Services offers policies to cover practically every possible circumstance. But the policy that they're the proudest of is treating you right. In every situation, in every problem, in every way, the folks at Mullen & Company say, we don't work for just one insurance company, we work for you. That's Mullen & Company Insurance Services, 761 West Granada Boulevard in Ormond Beach. Stop by or give them a call at 386-673-3633. My parents did.
Goliath Radio offers advertisers reach with the most powerful bark in the area on WELE Ormond Beach.
Denver Broncos will take over their own 45-yard line after recovering an onside kick. So the Jets score first. Tim Tebow with his first NFL touchdown caps off the long drive to tie it at 7. And then the onside kick recovered. And Denver in business, first and 10, their own 45. 11-11 remaining in the first half. Hand off to Lawrence Maroney over the left side. Tries to bounce it outside. Flag on the play. He's running sideways. Finally gets the corner. And out to the 49, but that hanky came out early.
That's a particularly negative thing for the Broncos.
Holding, offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
Russ Hochstein from his left guard spot. But I'm going to ask you about the onside kick. Is that something you'd see on tape during the week and say, their up men turn and run too quickly? Because that was executed flawlessly.
You know, it could be a sense that Josh McDaniels has that says, hey, we got to take advantage of every opportunity if we're going to win this game. Probably a little bit of both. They researched it and said, hey, it's worth a try.
So first and 20 after the hold, backed up Denver at their own 35. Horton out of the gun with 5 wide, looking left sideline. And Darrelle Revis knocking that one away from Gaffney. And out of 5 receivers to go to, you're going to go pick on Revis repeatedly?
Well, I think it's the throw. They got their touchdown picking on him. I think he makes that throw. He knows that he can get rid of that ball in 2 seconds and have a throw. And the ball was close. I mean, if he had made a great catch, they might have had another big play. But if you throw it in the middle, you've got to hold it a little longer.
Yeah, I think they're testing that tender hamstring of Darrelle Revis as well. 2nd and 20. Horton again out of the gun, dropping back, pressure up the middle, and he has to get rid of it, incomplete. There's a flag on the play, thrown all the way at the 50-yard line. That's where Eddie Royal was, and I think the Jets, you may have Drew Coleman holding on.
Holding defense number 30. 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Was on Coleman. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the NFL on Sports USA.
When you hear Goliath bark, you know you're tuned to WELE, Ormond Beach.
So the automatic first down after the Coleman hold. 1st and 10, Broncos at their own 40, tied at 7. Give it to Lawrence Maroney up the middle. He plows his way to the 45. Good strong run. And for Denver, this is a team coming in rushing for 51 yards a game against the premier rush defense that allows only 79 yards a game. The Broncos have 12 carries for 60 yards on the ground. On 2nd down, give it to Maroney over the left side. He's bottled up initially and would be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up 3rd and called a long 5.
Their 2nd down play, as we've said, has been a no huddle, get up to the line fast and try to run the ball. I think the Jets have kind of figured that one out because there's not much there now. But so far, Kyle Horton has not been touched, and that's kind of an unheard of thing when you play the Jets. Your quarterback, just as uniform, as clean as could be.
So 3rd and 6, Denver at their own 44. Horton dropping back, firing over the middle of the field, looking for Gaffney, just overthrew him. And that'll bring up 4th down. Brought to you by the HTC Evo 4G from Sprint. There's fast, and there's 4G fast. And the Broncos, all that momentum with the touchdown, recovering the onside kick. Penalties, incompletions, and they stall right at midfield, and they're wasting awfully good field position that they've had all through the first half.
But it's 7-7, and they're about to punt the Jets, hopefully deep in, from their standpoint, deep in their territory.
For Jim Leonard standing at his own 10. Britton Colquitt, get the right foot on it. High, booming kick. But Colquitt has not figured out that touchbacks give the Jets a free 20 yards. That one goes into the end zone. A 56-yard kick, but only a net of 36. 9:20 remaining in the first half. We're even at 7, Denver and the Jets. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
Winter, spring, summer, fall. Seasons will change, but your oil doesn't have to, because Mobil 1 Extended Performance Synthetic Motor Oil is proven to protect your engine for 15,000 miles between oil changes. Guaranteed. What's more, it provides unsurpassed protection against high temperatures and engine deposits. Look for Mobil 1 Extended Performance wherever you buy your motor oil.
Let's go down to Tony Graziani with a Constant Contact Sideline Report, making social media simple for small businesses and nonprofits. Learn more at ConstantContact.com/social media. And Graz, the running game of the Broncos, the way they're running, pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's been amazing. They've had 3 and 4 wide receivers, and they're spreading them out and running the ball, picking their spots. I think if you line them just in the I formation, it's really tough to run the ball.
The Jets, 1st and 10 of their own 20. 9:20 remaining in the half, even at 7. Sanchez dropping back, firing on the crossing route to Braylon Edwards. They get out to the 25. DJ Williams had the stop there, but with all the good game planning, with the onside kick, with the turnovers, with the field position, the Broncos still at 7-7. So the Jets on the road pretty fortunate the way the first half has gone. They have the ball on 2nd and 5 of their own 25 in a tie ball game. Sanchez will move Edwards to the left, give it over the right side, and Sean Green bowling his way for a first down. Good, tough run to the 31-yard line.
The Jets can count on their offensive line moving the defense back when they make any kind of an inside run. And that time Green really helped them. He kind of got low and pushed behind him, and they got him the first down.
Now, do you think there's anything to the altitude? You have to watch spelling your running backs and things like that, or you wear down a defense eventually with this?
I think as you pointed out prior to the start of the game, the big guys are the guys you worry about. They have plenty of oxygen on the sideline.
Over the right side to give it to Green again, and he'll get out to the 35-yard line. Did you ever think about that as a coach all the times you came in here?
Well, we tried to nullify it, say, it's the same. They're lying to you. The amount of air is the same. And our guys didn't know, So, but you do try to have oxygen masks there that they can take a good breath of the good air, so to speak, but you can't let them get winded, because then you don't come back. Once you're winded in an altitude, it's hard to get your breath back.
2nd and 7 for the Jets at their own 34. 7:20 remaining in the first half, even at 7. Sanchez under center, little short set, a pump and go, looking for the right side, Dustin Keller, and he overthrows him. Well, there's a flag on the play at the 45. Champ Bailey may have held on to Keller on that double move, or Keller may have pushed off. And Tony Correnti will decide.
Pass interference, offense number 81. 10-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
That's one way to try to free yourself from Darrelle Revis and Champ Bailey in those type of corners is shove them away.
Give them a shove.
What would Michael Irvin have done his whole career, though, if you called that?
Yeah,
So the offensive pass interference will make it 2nd and 17 and push the Jets all the way back to their own 24. Send out Cotchery to the near side, Braylon Edwards to the far side. Sanchez under center on the play fake, throwing over the middle. He's got LaDainian Tomlinson, who falls down at the 30, gets back up, and then is planted back at the 31. Sniper got him at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he was wide open. They ran a crossing pattern to the tight end and then snuck LaDainian Tomlinson underneath him, going the opposite direction, and he really had some room to run. Caught the ball and fell down.
So 3rd and 9 now for the Jets at their own 32-yard line. Santonio Holmes, far right. 3 in the pattern. Sanchez with a noise here, can't be out of the gun. He's under center. Dropping back, looking right, pumping once, looking deep down the sideline, right. Caught and hauled in at about the 37. There's a flag on the play, and there is the deep threat, Santonio Holmes. Beautifully thrown ball by Sanchez. But we'll wait on the hanky again. And both teams lobbying the officials.
Pass interference, offense, number 10. 10-yard penalty, repeat, 3rd down.
You can go a long time before you see an offensive pass interference penalty. To see 2 in 3 plays is almost unheard of.
Just shows you how dominant a player Champ Bailey is and has been for a number of years. You don't get to see that often where a corner can display his wares. He just got shoved by Holmes. He made a nice catch. But now it's 3rd down and 1,000,000, and you're either going to see a screen or a draw or just run the ball and punt.
Champ Bailey been doing it for a dozen years. So here's 3rd and Fort Collins right now. 3rd and 19, Jets of their own 22. They give it to Tomlinson over the right side. They'll get out to the 27. And no more. As DJ Williams with a rocking hit from the linebacking spot. we had a timeout before the play? What is going on here on the sideline?
Well, they got their defensive personnel. They wanted in late. I think they thought maybe they weren't quite settled on the defensive call. Champ Bailey was waving his arm saying, hey, what are we doing here?
Tony Graziani's down on the sidelines, and Grazi, they used that timeout, and they stopped themselves.
Yeah, and Coach McDaniels is not happy over here with his defensive staff. He said, it's 3rd and 19, guys. Are you serious? Get the play call in. Let's go. He is not happy over here on the Broncos sideline.
Especially you give Santonio Holmes and Sanchez and the Jets another crack at it. So that play never happened. The 3rd and 19 one more time. 5:49 remaining in the first half. Tied at 7. Jets at their own 22-yard line. Keller in motion to the far side. And give up the middle again. And a run just to the 24. And you always talk about this, Coach, that don't put Sanchez in a bad spot. Yep. Don't put your punter in a bad spot. You're tied at 7. You're on the road. Maybe fans don't like that kind of call on 3rd and 19, but sometimes that's the way to play.
It definitely is the way to play. Your chances of getting a first down are not very good, and with Sanchez not having a good day so far, he's in danger of a tragedy for you.
Weatherford, high-hanging punt. Eddie Royal will let it bounce at the 20, takes a Jets bounce, and now bounces backwards. Will be down right around the 20-yard line. And so the Broncos, this is their worst starting field position, a 55-yard punt. And no return. The NFL and the NFL Players Association supporting this month's National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Game-worn pink merchandise and footballs will be autographed post-game and auctioned at NFL Auction. www.nfl.com/auction. All NFL auction proceeds during the month of October benefit the American Cancer Society and team charities. So the Broncos, 1st and 10 of their own 21. No Sean Moreno, the lone setback. 2 tight end formation. Give it to Moreno over the right side. Stood up initially and then leans forward for maybe a yard. And that's just what you and Tony Graziani have been talking about. Run out of the spread. Run with the Wildcat with Tebow. You want to line up 2 tight end and go hat-on-hat on the Jets. Good luck.
Yeah, well, that's what happened there, and it was about a 2-foot gain. David Harris just stepped right up and made the tackle. David Harris is a middle linebacker, and he is really a good player. His name is not as familiar as some of the others, but he really clogs up that middle.
4th year out of Michigan. Allowed a Jonathan Vilma to move on, and Harris has plugged that spot. On 2nd and 9, ball deflected at the line of scrimmage and bouncing harmlessly incomplete at the 21. There's a flag on the play on the far side of the 24-yard line. Here's the call. It'll be a false start on Denver.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 78 on the offensive line was left uncovered. This penalty has been declined. 3rd down.
So now 3rd and long, and these are the down and distance with Horton and with all the exotic Rex Ryan blitzes you want to avoid if possible.
Well, again, Horton is experienced enough. He's in the shotgun, and he will have one of those quick catch and throw plays where the pressure can't get to him.
Denver 1 of 4 on 3rd downs in the game. 2 personal protectors with Horton in the gun. 3 wide in the pattern, looking left, firing, back shoulder, and incomplete. Pretty good coverage right there. Drew Coleman arrived as Eddie Royal and the ball arrived, and terrific defense. If you want to watch corner play, this is a terrific afternoon to do that. You're watching guys in man coverage primarily that really can do the job defensively.
That was a well-timed throw. The receiver ran straight down the hash mark, stopped. The ball was right there. Coleman just kind of threw himself back into the path and knocked it down.
Britton Colquitt from his own 8-yard line, a 53-yard average so far. Jim Leonard standing back at the 28. High hanging spiral, pushes Leonard back to the 20. At the 25, looking for a block at the 30. They'll go down to the 32-yard line. Good booming kick and a solid return of 7 yards. Next week on Sports USA, Larry Kahn, John Robinson, and Troy West will be in New Orleans for the Saints and Browns at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. We will be in Seattle, Tony Graziani and I, at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific for the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Seahawks with a big win today over the Bears. Cardinals had the big win over the Saints last week. Best field position for the Jets in a starting situation in the first half, 1st and 10 at their own 33. Trying to give it to Sean Green, and over the right side, he gets maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Inside 4 minutes remaining in the half. We're tied at 7. Sanchez found Braylon Edwards from 32 yards out, and Tim Tebow capped off an 80-yard drive with his first touchdown of his NFL career, a 5-yard run to the right corner of the end zone. And for the Broncos, you're in an underdog situation. You're hanging around. 2nd and 9 Jets at their own 34. Sanchez under center, I formation. Twins to the right. Sanchez, play fake, rolling right, pumping once, looking for Keller's got him in midfield of the 50, at the 45 of Denver, and down to the Bronco 43-yard line. 23-yard pitch and catch. I don't know if they invented that play in Michigan, but that play fake roll, find your tight end, dragging across the middle, it just executed, and I never see that guy covered.
Well, he certainly wasn't that time. Again, safeties don't play man coverage very good. The tight end gets the safety on him, and the bootleg, it was a favorite play of his at USC, and he did it again now.
Yeah, Trojans run that effectively. 1st and 10 now at the Bronco 44. Sanchez give it over the middle to the 40, the 39, and a good line surge. And what a luxury to have that over 5-yard average on the ground for the Jets as a team. And they come in, a year ago they were the #1 rushing team in the NFL, same thing again. And 2nd and 5 is a quarterback's best friend.
And it sets up the play-action pass. You can fake that run, and no matter how disciplined a defense you are, you react to the run fake. It's like it's in your DNA to react to it, and that gives the receiver a chance to be one-on-one.
Sanchez will let it wind down to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 4 at the Bronco 39-yard line. We're even at 7 with the Jets marching. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
This eczema is driving me crazy. All I do is, no matter what I use on this dry, itchy, red skin, I can't stop.
Introducing the first eczema lotion from Cortisone 10. It contains the strongest non-prescription itch medicine to relieve the... Plus 7 moisturizers to help heal severe dry skin. Once you start using it, you'll stop the... for good.
Ah, that's better.
New Cortisone 10 eczema lotion. Feel the heal.
Change can be a good thing. Well, now's a great time to change from paying a lot of money to cash your paycheck to paying only $3. Just go to Walmart and cash your payroll or government check for $3. And now you can do it at the Walmart Money Center, designed to provide affordable basic money services, from check cashing and bill payment to money transfers and the Walmart Money Card. Save money. Live better. Walmart. Certain check amount limits apply. $6 fee for checks from $1,000 to $5,000.
You've done it. Give yourself a round of applause. At Dell, we're celebrating small business, and you can always count on our expert guidance to keep you thriving. Our tribute to you includes great offers like the Dell Vostro 3500 laptop with an Intel Core i3 processor starting at just $549, plus a $10,000 IT makeover sweepstakes. For entry rules and prizes, visit Dell.com/celebrate. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Open to U.S. Small Business Owners Office on October 27th.
After an 0-for-3 start, including an interception, Mark Sanchez is now 9 of 13 for 99 yards with 5 different receivers. And the vaunted Jet rushing attack followed up a little bit. 15 carries, 40 yards, only a 2.7-yard average. The game is even at 7-all, and the yardage is even, 135 to 134. Bob Fitzgerald, the Hall of Famer John Robinson, and Tony Graziani with you in Denver. Beautiful day for football in the 70s and sunny. And The 2-minute warning here with the Jets 2nd and 5 at the Broncos 39-yard line. And how much momentum does the team gain punching one in right before the half?
Oh, no question. It would be a big benefit for the Jets. And we're going to see the play-action pass come here pretty quick. They're 2nd and 5. He's going shotgun right now.
And this is when they put Brad Smith in, the Seminole formation. Smith running the option to the right side. He'll keep it himself and get all the way down to the 31-yard line for the first down. Brad Smith came in with 10 carries for 83 yards and an 8-yard run there. And big guy, 6'2", 212, quarterback at Missouri, and doing everything. Kick return, running the Seminole, wide receiver. So 1st and 10, Sanchez back in. At the Bronco 31, minute and a half remaining in the first half. Sanchez, little screen out to the 30, and maybe the 28-yard line. And Jericho Cotchery with a bit of a wiggle brought down there. The Jets not in much of a hurry. Winding down towards the minute mark. 2nd and 7 at the Bronco 28. They're already in field goal range. Of course, you're in field goal range in the parking lot here for the Kickers in Denver. Sanchez out of the gun. Plenty of time. Looking left. Santonio Holmes found it away at the very last second. Terrific coverage. That's one where Parrish Cox says, I learned from the best in Champ Bailey, and I'm not getting beat down that left sideline.
He's done a nice job. He made a great tackle on the play just prior to that, and now they take him deep, and he's run stride for stride with Holmes. One up in the air and almost got an interception.
Rookie out of Oklahoma State, taken in the 5th round and starting today. So 3rd and 8 from the Broncos 28. Sanchez dropping back under pressure, firing, picked off. Picked off at the 20, the 25, the 30, out to the 35-yard line, and Sidquan Thompson, the rookie out of Cal, has an interception. So Sanchez had yet to throw a pick all season long, has thrown 2 today, had 2 more that should have been picked, and takes away what would have been likely a pretty sure field goal, and gives the Broncos the ball with 39 ticks left in the first half.
They put good pressure on him that time. Tomlinson tried to block the blitzing linebacker, and he did, but the guy dove over him and was right on Sanchez. Probably threw it a little bit early, but he threw it right to the Bronco defender, and Broncos got a chance.
So Sidquan Thompson, one rookie, and Parrish Cox, the other rookie, in that Broncos secondary, standing tall on that defensive sequence. 1st and 10. Kyle Horton down the middle and throwing behind Eddie Royal at midfield. 34 seconds left. You wondered if the Broncos would take a shot here. They do get the ball first to start the second half.
The Jets have backed their safeties up 30 to 35 yards down the field, so there's a big area in the middle to work. That time they just didn't connect because it was one-on-one, and that would have put them almost in field goal range.
Yeah, you barely have to get across midfield. Usually, we're watching kicks that would have been good for 70 yards in the pregame warm-ups. On 2nd and 10, Broncos at their own 35. Horton dropping back. Here comes the blitz. He rolls to the right. He's not that mobile, and will just have to wisely avoid the loss and throw it into the Broncos sideline. And so that time, blitzing coming, and that pressure that Denver has avoided by Horton not being touched. Smart play, though.
Absolutely. He's had a great first half, you know, and we started the game by saying, boy, Horton's going to have a tough day today.
Right.
He's had a great day. He hasn't been touched one time. He's executed the game plan brilliantly.
He has been in a bit of a slump here, though, with 6 straight incompletions. And 3rd and 10 at his own 35. 27 seconds left in the half. Dropping back to pass. Stepping up, firing Eddie Royal at the 50, at the 45, and down to the Jet 41. And that probably is field goal range on a 24-yard pitch and catch on 3rd and 10, and the Broncos will use the timeout.
It's that same thing we were talking about. He had the whole middle of the field. Eddie Royal was covered one-on-one. The safeties were so deep that he could work at will in front of him.
That was a great illustration, though, of a more veteran quarterback. Incomplete 1st and 10. Incomplete 2nd and 10. But on 3rd and 10, they get you. Young quarterbacks try to do crazy things instead of the incompletion. Take sacks, throw picks, fumble the ball. There's nothing wrong with 2nd and 3rd and 10 if you have confidence that in 3 shots, they're never going to stop you. And that was Joe Montana and Steve Young and all the great ones. Never afraid of 2nd and 10.
You're right.
So now, 1st and 10. The 21 ticks left at the Jets' 41. Do the Broncos get greedy here with Horton out of the gun? Identifying blitzers. Jets sending the house. Horton left sideline and incomplete. Good coverage by Cromartie, who turned and found the football. And that was fun. You had the Jets sending everybody, and Revis and Cromartie saying, we'll single up your wideouts and see who wins this battle.
That was the first throw that was a little short. It gave Cromartie the best chance to catch it. The other fades that he's thrown have been thrown perfectly.
So 16 seconds left in the half. Denver with the ball, the Jets' 41-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2 personal protectors for Horton out of the gun, 3 in the pattern. Dropping back, looking right, pumping once, and throwing incomplete and threw into traffic. So now with 10 seconds left.
I think they want to get a little closer. 3rd down, if they could get 5 or 6, 10 yards closer, that would give them time. But they've only got 10 seconds, so they have to get the ball in and out of his hands to a receiver quickly.
Looking at about a 58-yarder. Prater has yet to miss a field goal on the season, but they did have the botched snap. So Horton is 1 for his last 9. 3rd and 10, dropping back, rolling right. Going to air it all the way out to the end zone for Eddie Royal. And just overthrown with 2 seconds left in the half. So they do take the one big shot into the end zone. And now Matt Prater will have a chance to untie this game. 4th year out of Central Florida. Was on the practice squad for the Dolphins in 07. Has kicked very well here in Denver. But it was Colquitt that couldn't handle kind of an errant snap from Lonnie Paxton on a 28-yarder. This one will be spotted right at the 49, so a 59-yarder to end the half. And the altitude a mile high. Snap and set. Kick is high enough. Is it long enough? It's good! Matt Prater is 10 of 10 on the year, and he rings it home from 59 yards out and gives the Broncos the lead at the half, 10-7. We are at halftime. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Goliath Radio brings you more local personalities and more points of view. Here at WELE 1380 Ormond Beach.
A major sponsor of Imus in the Morning on WELE is Daytona Mitsubishi. You can get everything from the Raider 4-door pickup to the sporty Spider convertible. That's the poor man's Porsche, baby. You can get a great car, truck, or SUV for less money, more gas mileage, and 0% financing for 72 months. The 5-star safety rating on most cars and SUVs means a lot of airbags around you to keep you safe. Superior styling, state-of-the-art computer systems, and comfortable seats get you 5 times the vehicle for a lot less money. And the more you drive your Daytona Mitsubishi, the more you're going to save. There ain't no gas guzzlers at Daytona Mitsubishi. Locally owned and operated by Richard Nesbitt, a hometown guy who will treat you like a neighbor. Friendly, courteous, lots of available financing, and great gas mileage makes Daytona Mitsubishi the regional leader in sales service. Just call them, 252-7000. Check them out on the web at DaytonaMitzu.com. Or see them in living color at 510 North Nova Road. You should have seen it in color. You'll be glad you did.
Goliath Radio offers advertisers reach with the most powerful bark in the area. on WELE Ormond Beach.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It is halftime at Invesco Field at Mile High in Denver. And the Denver Broncos lead the New York Jets by a score of 10-7. Along with Ted Sobel and our network engineers, Johnny Munz and Eric Hansen, I'm Brian Gold. We welcome to our Sports USA studios here at halftime at Invesco Field at Mile High in Denver. Broncos on top of the New York Jets, 10-7, thanks to a 59-yard field goal by Matt Prater. So it's our NFL halftime report. Braylon Edwards catching a 32-yard touchdown pass from Mark Sanchez to get the Jets on the board first in the second quarter. But then Tim Tebow wearing a jersey like the one he used to wear in Florida. 5-yard touchdown run, his first NFL touchdown. And Matt Prater at the gun, 59 yards, Denver 10, and the Jets 7. They are approaching halftime at the Metrodome in Minneapolis, and the Dallas Cowboys, actually 15 seconds to play in the first half. It is Dallas on top of Minnesota, 14-7. Roy Williams, a pair of touchdown catches in that game from quarterback Tony Romo. And the San Francisco 49ers have just kicked a field goal as there are 8 seconds left in the first half at San Francisco. 2 Sebastian Janikowski three-pointers. Oakland leads San Francisco 6-3. Your NFL halftime report will continue. This is the National Football League on Sports USA.
The Sears Automotive Center knows that when you get your car back from the shop, you don't want to feel like you've been taken for a ride. That's why the Sears Blue Automotive Crew offers Price Match Plus to get you the best price guaranteed. Save big during Fall Car Care Month. Through October 23rd, buy 3 of our best-selling Bridgestone tires and get 1 free after mail-in rebate. Plus, save 50% on our seasonal maintenance package. Get a conventional oil change, new air filter, and tire rotation, all for $27.49. Visit SearsAuto.com for more great deals. Sears Auto Center. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Unbelievable news for drivers everywhere. Mobil 1 Extended Performance Synthetic Motor Oil is proven to protect your engine for 15,000 miles between oil changes. Guaranteed. So good you could drive halfway around the world without changing your oil. Mobil 1 Extended Performance also provides unsurpassed protection in the highest of temperatures. And its enhanced formulation helps your engine run at its best, even under extended oil change periods. Look for Mobil 1 Extended Performance wherever you buy motor oil.
This weekend, fall into Lowe's for big savings. Right now, when you use your Lowe's consumer credit card, ask for 10% off your purchase or get 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more. Plus, now's the time to rake in the savings with 10% off all major appliances, $397 or more. And this is the season for 10% off all Scotts products, including fertilizer, mulch, grass seed, and bird seed. These prices won't be falling forever, so come into Lowe's now. Experience Lowe's. Let's build something together. Offer valid 10/13 through 10/18. See store for details. Valid in U.S. only.
Welcome back to your Sports USA NFL halftime report. Halftime at Invesco Field at Mile High, Denver on top of the New York Jets 10-7. This programming reminder along many of these Sports USA stations, our college football game of the week next Saturday is a Big 12 conference battle. Number 15 now, Nebraska, after that loss to Texas, and their impressive freshman quarterback Taylor Martinez looking to bounce back against number 17, Oklahoma State, and their explosive guns-up offense of quarterback Brandon Whedon and running back Kendall Hunter. We'll be on the air from Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, Oklahoma at 3:30 Eastern Time. That's 12:30 Pacific on Saturday. Hope you check local listings and join us. Number 15, Nebraska. Number 17, Oklahoma State. The college football game of the week right here on Sports USA. Couple of games in overtime. The National Football League today. Dan Carpenter connects from 44 yards with 9 minutes left in overtime. The Miami Dolphins knock off the Green Bay Packers 23-20. Aaron Rodgers has scored on a 1-yard touchdown sneak in the final 30 seconds to force the overtime period. At New England, Stephen Gostkowski with just under 2 minutes to play kicks a field goal. Great playoff type matchup between New England and the Baltimore Ravens. New England comes out 23-20 victors. 9 catches on the day and a touchdown for the repatriated wide receiver Deion Branch. The Seattle Seahawks win on the road at Chicago 23-20 despite an 89-yard touchdown run on a punt return by Devin Hester to tie the National Football League record. That is his 13th return for a touchdown. Speaking of tying, the Detroit Lions have now tied their own record with their 24th consecutive road loss as the New York Giants get 2 touchdowns from Brandon Jacobs and hold off Detroit 28-20 at the new Meadowlands Stadium. There was an 87-yard touchdown pass in the game from Drew Stanton to Calvin Johnson. This is the NFL on Sports USA, and your NFL halftime report will continue after these important local messages.
Halftime winding down at Invesco Field at Mile High. Bob Fitzgerald, John Robinson, Tony Graziani with you, and the Denver Broncos on top of the New York Jets 10-7. Let's go down to the field and hook up with Tony Graziani. Grazi, I think the Broncos have to feel like they let some opportunities slip away, but that field goal from 59 yards out right before the half gave them the lead and a bit of momentum going into the locker room.
Well, Well, yeah, Fitz, there's no doubt about that the Broncos had the momentum going in to the halftime, and the Jets coaching staff is not happy. They feel that Mark Sanchez, the quarterback, needs to do a better job, obviously, of protecting the football. Those 2 big interceptions are the key in this ball game. And if you're on the other side, Kyle Horton has played a fantastic game. As a quarterback, I just love watching the way I don't like the term managing the game, but he's doing a very good job of not putting the Broncos in negative situations. And that's what's made them successful in this first half. If he can keep that up in the second half, and they mix in that little Tebow action and keep it wide and spread out, I believe that this game is going to go in the favor of the Broncos.
All right, Tony Graziani down on the field. John Robinson knows how each team can win this game. The Napa Auto Parts second half keys to the game: quality, knowledge, skill, value. That's Napa know-how. Step into a Napa Auto Parts store or Napa Auto Care Center to keep your car in the game. Yep, there's good people in these parts. And Coach, we've seen the Seminole, we've seen the Wildcat, we've seen Tebow's first touchdown, we've seen Sanchez throw his first 2 picks of the season. What do you see for the second half?
Well, I think the Jets have to get some balance in what they're doing. Their running game is not so good, but Sanchez is not very good at all. And they've got to get him some easy throws, get a rhythm for him so that he can become an integral part of what they're doing offensively. The Broncos, Kyle Horton had as good a half as a quarterback could have. He wasn't touched once by this ferocious defensive team the Jets have, and if they can stay with what they're doing, I think they're going to have again a chance to drive and score, but they're not going to score a lot, so their defense has to do a great job against the Jets.
Now Denver gets the ball to start the second half. We saw everything in that first half. Wildcat, Seminole, onside kick, Sanchez's 2 picks, and definitely a situation where the Broncos up 10-7. A 59-yarder right before the half. Important. This one kicked out of the back of the end zone, as we've seen on all the kickoffs here at altitude. And so Kyle Horton led his team to 9 first downs, only 99 yards passing, but it was the avoidance of the crippling negative play. There were no picks, there were no fumbles. He didn't take a sack. He finished 1 for his last 6.5, but it was a 24-yard pass that got them into field goal range.
Yeah, stats don't mean much. It's just a question of doing the thing right, and as you say, don't take the bad loss.
333 yards passing per game, only 99 in the first half, but they have the lead as the Broncos give it over the left side to Noshawn Moreno in the first play of the second half. They'll get out to the 22-yard line. For the Jets, they have used Revis and Cromartie and said, okay, we dare you to beat us in a man-to-man situation, but I think it's the fact that Denver ran the ball for 60 yards, better than their per-game average to do that in the first half against a team allowing only 79 per game is solid. So 2nd and 8 for the Broncos of their own 22. Jabbar Gaffney comes in motion on the near side. Play fake. Kyle Horton slant route, threw it behind Brandon Lloyd, and a flag on the play. Pass was incomplete. Antonio Cromartie going to be called for the hold.
That's the thing about one-on-one coverage. If, as a quarterback, you throw the ball quickly and get there on time, you have a chance to make a
pass interference. Defense, number 31. Automatic first down.
You were around Raider teams that had guys like George Atkinson. You think of cover guys like Lester Hayes. You had that Ronnie Lott guy at SC that wasn't so bad. People that take that mano-a-mano thing, as you mentioned in the first half, hey, you're going to get beat. You might get a penalty every once in a while, but it allows your defense to do so many other things.
Yeah. And your coaching staff has to be comfortable with you doing that. Here's Mr. Tebow in again.
Tebow in a Wildcat on first down, and he'll handle it himself and run to the right side over the 45-yard line. Tim Tebow at 6'3", 245 pounds. He had 2 rushes for 2 yards coming into the game today, and has his first rushing touchdown. And I think in terms of just confidence of this Bronco offense, the fact that your quarterback's not getting crushed with blitzes, and you're in 2nd and manageable, 2nd and 6 of the 45, Josh McDaniels got a good plan.
Oh, he's got a great plan.
Daniel Graham, the tight end in motion. Give it to Moreno over the right side. He'll get to midfield at the 50. I think they'll spot him just short of the first down. It'll be third and less than a yard. Opening possession of the second half. Broncos with the ball and leading 10-7.
They want to be careful here. Remember, in the first half, they were third down and 1. And just before they had that botched field goal, and they ran straight at this Jet defense for about a -2.
So Horton with an offset eye, 2 tight end. He'll give it to the up back, and he'll get the first down. So Spencer Larson, who does not carry the ball that often, gets that 1.5 yards. And it's just what you said, Coach. You want to give it to someone in a deep eye and say, go run against the Jets. Good luck.
Yep. And that time it was a quick dive, and I think it got the first down, or they're going to measure. Boy, he got a tough spot on that one.
I'd use a different adjective. They spotted him back where his ankle was.
Well, you have my permission to use that.
And it will be Tony Corretti looking, nose of the football, first down. Somewhere Red Cashin was ready to say that.
I was just thinking that same thing. Red was one of the great officials in the history of the NFL and one of the great guys. I always had fun when I coached and he officiated. I used to yell at him, and he'd come over and say, shut up, will you?
Best Red Cashin ever was personal foul, 15 yards for giving him the business. Very descriptive. On first down, they give it to Noshawn Moreno over the left side. And he'll get inside the Jets' territory, inside the 44-yard line, a 6-yard run. And who would have thought the Broncos would take it from their own 20 and start moving down the field on the ground against the Jets?
And here comes Tim Tebow again. Now they're gonna come up with the throw. Tim Tebow's going to fake a run and get a play-action pass thing going here. I'm sure it's part of what his menu of plays is. It's an unbalanced line. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him, and he's in a shotgun.
Tebow in the gun. Take the inside give, and he does need maybe a yard or 2. We'll bring up third and short one more time. Opening possession of the second half. Clock spinning. Down to 12 minutes here in the third. Broncos with the lead in the ball, up 10-7. We've seen Tebow carry it himself 3 times for 12 yards. Being sprinkled in with Kyle Horton, but now 3rd and 3 at the Jets' 42-yard line. Trips to the left. Broncos 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Horton looking left. Holding, firing, right at the marker, and that'll be a first down. And Brandon Lloyd on a little curl route. Now Kyle Horton looked left and kind of stared him down, and then just threw a fastball that John Elway would have been proud of.
Oh, I marvel at this game plan. The Denver coaches didn't go home this week. They slept in the office because every play has a different formation, a different little wrinkle to it that constantly has the Jets adjusting.
We've got Larson now. That's an H-back situation, and give it to Maroney, the 30, and Lawrence Maroney very near another first down.
Bob, that was exactly, you had made the statement, and accurately so. 2 tight ends doesn't work against the Jets. They got 2 tight ends. The Jets were kind of scrambling around trying to find the proper alignment, and bang, the ball came right at them.
So 2nd and 1 from the Jets' 27-yard line. Opening possession of the third quarter. This drive started at the 20, and it's featured the worst rushing team in the league, pounding it with 7 runs and only 1 pass right at the Jets. So now an I formation on 2nd and 1. Horton under center. Give to Maroney over the left side, and that ends that. As he loses 3 yards, Trevor Price, who was picked up off waivers from the Ravens, knifing in for the negative play and making it now 3rd and 4.
1 time too many. Now, you can't be perfect in these play selections. They've been close to it, but that one hurt them.
So now very important play here. It'll be 3rd, and we'll call it 5. Broncos with a 10-7 lead. Send Lloyd out to the left, 2 wide receivers out to the right. Horton in the gun with 2 personal protectors, 1 on each side. 3rd and 5 for the Jet 31. Kyle Horton dropping back to pass, firing over the middle, batted up in the air, and it nearly picked off. It bounces at the 25. Mike DeVito. And that looked like a zone blitz where they dropped a lineman almost into coverage.
And if that's what it was, the lineman was there. It was that man-to-man. He was working the receiver in the middle. And that's pretty much what they're going to now. They can get a matchup with Coleman with their inside receiver, and that's their plan on passing downs. It didn't work.
Matt Prater made one from 59. This will be from 49. They've also had a botched snap earlier. Good snap and set. High enough, long enough, but off to the side. So on a 3 field goal attempts, he makes the most difficult, and Prater's first miss of the season keeps it at 10-7. 9:38 remaining in the third. Timeout on the field. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
This weekend, fall into Lowe's for big savings. Right now, when you use your Lowe's consumer credit card, ask for 10% off your purchase or get 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more. Plus, now's the time to rake in the savings with 10% off all major appliances, $397 or more. And this is the season for 10% off all Scott's products, including fertilizer, mulch, grass seed, and bird seed. These prices won't be falling forever, so come into Lowe's now. Experience Lowe's. Let's build something together. Offer valid 10/13 through 10/18. See store for details. Valid in U.S. only.
This is the sound of a YellowBook.com online video ad working for Greenright Services. And YellowBook search engine marketing working for Malibu Pet Hotel. And a YellowBook print ad working for Personal Best Fitness. 3 more. The thing is, with YellowBook's full spectrum of marketing tools, small businesses across America can hear the sound of success. YellowBook 360. Go beyond yellow. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW or visit YellowBook360.com today.
Winter. Spring. Summer. Fall. Seasons will change, but your oil doesn't have to, because Mobil 1 Extended Performance Synthetic Motor Oil is proven to protect your engine for 15,000 miles between oil changes. Guaranteed. What's more, it provides unsurpassed protection against high temperatures and engine deposits. Look for Mobil 1 Extended Performance wherever you buy your motor oil.
10-7 Broncos in Denver. Today's game being brought to you by Wrangler. For long-lasting comfort, the right choice is Wrangler. 5-star premium denim jeans. Relaxed and comfortable. Wrangler. Real comfortable jeans. And Josh McDaniels looked real comfortable having his team drive all the way down the field until Matt Prater misses his first field goal of the year and keeps it at 10-7. It also gives the Jets very good starting field position at 9:39. They put in Brad Smith in the Seminole again. And they give right up the middle to Sean Green. And a good 8-yard gain on first down. So Tebow and Brad Smith have been featured both ways. We've got an injured Bronco down at the 47-yard line, one of the down linemen. There's been a lot of head knocking in this game. We've seen option, we've seen not true wishbone, but a lot of that. And now we'll have the injury timeout. 9:27 remaining in the third. Broncos on top of the Jets 10-7. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
Time and money. Midas wants to save you both, and we'll prove it. Stop by Midas for an oil change for just $19.99, and we'll include a complimentary courtesy check. It's a written report of all your car's vital parts. The $19.99 Midas oil change with a complimentary courtesy check, helping you save time and money. That's the Midas touch.
Up to 5 quarts conventional oil, taxes, and synthetics extra shop fees may apply. Most vehicles at participating Midas.
Told my lady my latest groove was a new caulk called Groove by GE. Told her Groove was sexy too. I whispered how Groove is a special creature. So tough, yet so easy. And my lady smiled and asked me why I was talking in this funny voice. And I couldn't really say.
For more information, visit gesealants.com.
10-7 here in Denver Broncos. Let's check in with Ted Sobel, our Sports USA studios in L.A., with another NFL scoreboard update.
Only two other games going on right now, and more troubles for the Niners, still trailing 6-3 at home to the Oakland Raiders. Couple of Sebastian Janikowski field goals. Percy Harvin running back the opening kickoff in the second half, 95 yards, and the Vikings have caught the Cowboys at 4 feet all, Bob.
All right, Ted, Brad Smith stays in that Seminole, keeps it himself out across the 50 and down to the 46-yard line of the Broncos. So the Jets coaches might have been really upset with Mark Sanchez, as Tony Graziano was saying. We're going back to the 1940s in the single wing.
It does look like the single wing. It's unbalanced. It's got some of those features. I don't think there's anybody old enough on that Jets staff to remember it now. Rex Ryan's dad probably remembers it, but he's not on that staff anymore. Now they've got to take a timeout.
Yeah, Sanchez will have to use the Jets' first time out here. With 8:43 remaining in the third, Broncos had the ball, drove, and missed a field goal. Jets driving now. It's 10-7. A timeout on the field. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Hello, I'm Melvin Stack, your elder law attorney. I've been a resident of the Daytona Beach area since 1961 and have practiced law here for 24 years. You might ask, what does an elder law attorney handle? My practice focuses on estate planning. This includes the preparation of wills, trusts, powers of attorney, and living wills. You might believe that this is expensive and very time-consuming. It is not. I work with the American Association of Retired Persons, and there is no charge for the initial consultation. Please give me a call at 255-1925 and make an appointment. The number again is 255-1925. And remember to support the Halifax Humane Society, which helps our homeless animals.
How comfortable is your living room? Is it cool enough? Are you sweating your pocketbook? Or your impact on the world? Well, an energy-efficient Infinity air conditioner by Carrier can save you up to 56% on your cooling costs, while also lessening your impact on the environment, all of which can make your living room a pretty comfortable place to be. Learn more at Carrier.com. Cooling cost savings compared to a 10-SEER air conditioner.
For a limited time only, you can receive federal tax credits when you buy qualified Carrier heating and cooling products for your home.
Cunningham Oil, your Carrier dealer. Call 253-7621. Once again, that is 253-7621.
Let's go down to Tony Graziani with a Constant Contact Sideline Report. Making social media simple for small businesses and nonprofits. Learn more at ConstantContact.com/social media. Tony, you missed your calling. You could have been in the Wildcat or the Seminole, the quarterback running the ball.
Yeah, too bad I wasn't running a 4-3 like Brad Smith or 250 as Tim Tebow is, but I'll get back to you after this play.
All right, 1st and 10. Jets at the Bronco 46. Sanchez under center. Lee wide in the pattern. Fake the give, now on the rollout. Stepping up in the pocket. Sanchez is going to go down. All the way back at the 49-yard line. And the Broncos, they have the least sacks of any team in the league, and they get one there with Marcus Thomas. And, Roz, what are you seeing here in this third quarter?
Well, guys, that was a great job by the Bronco D-line because they are short a man. Kevin Vickerson, the number 99, who just went into the locker room to get his groin checked out. And his return is questionable.
So, the loss back to the 49. On 2nd and long here for the Jets. Brad Smith giving right up the middle to Sean Green. They get back to the 44-yard line of Denver. Longest Jets carry from scrimmage is 8 yards in this game. It's not for lack of trying. They have run the ball 19 times already.
Yeah, they just don't quite have the holes that, we've seen them earlier in the year. Now we've got 3rd down again, and it's time for Sanchez to keep his offense moving.
3rd and 7 for the Bronco 43. Jets are 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Sanchez, short set, firing on the look-in route to Santonio Holmes. He has the catch, but he does not have the first down. And you wonder why receivers don't get beyond the marker sometimes unless they're expecting to run after the catch and unable to do that.
Yeah, with the slant and a guy like Bailey, you've got to come pretty flat. If you run that angle up the field, Bailey will slip in behind you, and do you win?
So Nick Folk is 12 of 14 kicking on the season. Spot this at the 46. Will be a 56-yarder. He was making them from 65 in pregame. High snap, set down, booming end-over-end kick is right through to tie the ball game. So we're even at 10 with 6:41 remaining in the third. Timeout on the field. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
Change can be a good thing. Well, now's a great time to change from paying a lot of money to cash your paycheck to paying only $3. Just go to Walmart and cash your payroll or government check for $3. And now you can do it at the Walmart Money Center, designed to provide affordable basic money services, from check cashing and bill payment to money transfers and the Walmart Money Card. Save money. Live better. Walmart. Certain check amount limits apply. $6 fee for checks from $1,000 to $5,000.
I'm a pediatric nurse in a hospital, so I know firsthand how hard it can be to try and take a sick kid's temperature. They're tired and scared, they're squirmy and fussy. Getting an accurate read used to be a major undertaking, but not anymore. Now we use the Exergen temporal scanner thermometer. Just one quick swipe across the forehead and you get an accurate temperature. More accurate than an ear, and as accurate as a rectal thermometer. And the best part, you can even use it while the kids are sleeping.
The Exergen temporal scanner, changing the way the world takes temperature. Home model available at Walgreens and other fine retailers.
If you're a football fanatic like me, you know you're first. The first wild card team to win a Super Bowl. That's easy. First perfect season? A no-brainer. But what about the first 4G phone? First is the HTC Evo 4G, only from Sprint. First streams games in real time, connects up to 8 other fans' devices to the web, and has front and rear-facing cameras. It's awesome. What will you do first with Evo, the first 4G phone? Visit sprint.com/football for details.
Even at 10 here in Denver. This drive summary brought to you by Pennzoil. Turn your engine into a self-cleaning engine in 6 plays, 23 yards. It's like 2 minutes and 57 seconds, but a 56-yard field goal by Nick Folk. We've had a 56-yarder by Folk, a 59-yarder by Prater, but then a missed 49-yarder and a fumbled snap. So the Broncos have had 2 other field goal opportunities go awry in a 10-10 ball game.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the field position that Denver gave back by missing that long field goal allowed the Jets to have a short drive, but still get 3 points out of it.
Folk, who has kicked it out of the end zone every time. Knuckleballs one deep, and it'll be a touchback there. And so Denver will set up shop at their own 20-yard line. Even at 10 here in Denver, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the NFL on Sports USA.
You hear Goliath bark, you know you're tuned to WELE Ormond Beach.
Broncos, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Kyle Horton started 5 of 8. He's 2 of 12 since. Little look-in route there for 3 yards, and it's caught and held onto by Eddie Royal. Drew Coleman on the coverage and the stop. So even at 10 here, Coach, and we've seen all kinds of running quarterbacks, single wing, Seminole, Wildcat. Does Denver go back to their 330-yard per game passing offense at any point in time?
Oh, I think they have to, but they have to keep the mixture. I think they feel that things are going the way they want them to.
Horton on 2nd and 7, firing out in the flat, and Eddie Royal gets absolutely ear-holed by Darrelle Revis. Pass is incomplete, but Revis, you think of a cover corner and you think of Deion Sanders. Let me tell you, Darrelle Revis brings the lumber in the running game, and he'll also hit you if you're trying to catch the ball.
I think just about everything you can say about Revis, you could say about Chad Bailey. They're the same players. They play the run, they play the pass. They do. I think if you put them at tailback, they could be pretty good runners.
Rivas, his fourth year out of Pitt, Pro Bowler, All-Pro a year ago. So 3rd and 7 now for Denver, their own 23. Horton dropping back, avoids the rush initially. Pumps once, going to tuck it down. He's got a first down. Dives across the 30 and gets to the 32. A 9-yard, I wouldn't say rumble, I wouldn't say scamper. I would say Horton lumbered for it, but it looks good in the box score.
And here comes Tim Tebow. You know, the Jets' individual pass rushers are not that successful. And this is an inexperienced Bronco line, but they're not dominating them at all. Their forte is the team-type blitz, and they haven't been able to get any of that done.
Tebow in the Wildcat. Fakes left, keeps it himself right. Out across the 35 to the 37. Tim Tebow, to me, looks like a battleship and just kind of going through the water. You know, I don't know about the speed, but you see that size, and it's moving through the current. There's no question about that.
No, and he's not shying away from contact. When the tackler closes on him, he's closing on the tackler, and there's a pretty even give and take there.
6'3", 245 pounds. Now 2nd and 4. Broncos of their own 38. Tebow's got 18 yards rushing on 4 carries. Horton hands off to Noshawn Moreno. And he'll get to the 40, be short of the first down. And it's almost like Josh McDaniels, and he's got that New England background. They're almost playing keep away here in that shortening the game. It's 10-10 right now, 4.5 remaining in the third.
Second down is starting to betray them a little bit. Late in the first half, they had a few miscues on second down. So far here, they haven't gotten much out of second down. If they want to drive, they've got to take advantage of just about every play. 3rd and 3 is certainly doable for them here.
Bronco confusion. 3 wide receivers to the right on 3rd and 3. Horton dropping back. He's looking left. Now looking deep downfield to Daniel Graham, who couldn't separate. And now a flag flies. Graham and Leonard, the safety, ran into each other, but on the left sideline, there appeared to be some contact. Now we've had 2 offensive pass interference calls. This might be our 3rd.
Pass interference, offense, number 89. This penalty is declined. The results of the play, 4th down.
And that's the way I saw it, too. Graham tried to shove away Leonard to gain some separation. The pass was incomplete, so it'll be declined. And Leonard will drop back to return the punt at his own 7.
Leonard is the least likely looking football player you'll ever see. He's about 5'8". He's got a baby face. He's tougher than nails and very smart. Calls all the defensive adjustments.
Colquitt booming it to the 15. Leonard takes it there and moves down to the 19-yard line. Well, Jim Leonard's had a smile on his face as a Wisconsin grad.
Yes.
After beating Ohio State last night. 3:50 remaining in the third. We are even at 10 in Denver. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
It's Danica Patrick, IndyCar Series driver. Over the years, I've driven a lot of different cars, but 2 things never change. No one demands more from their car than me, and nothing protects under the hood better than Peak.
Peak Long Life Antifreeze is formulated with an advanced organic technology to protect any engine of any make, any model, any time. If you can drive it, Peak can protect it.
And when I drive it, it better perform.
Peak Long Life Antifreeze in the blue bottle.
When you peak, you win.
Always maintain cooling system that specifies vehicle owner's manual, including top off.
NASCAR's most popular driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr. for Wrangler.
I'm a Wrangler guy. Always have been, always will be. In fact, I've been wearing Wranglers for as long as I can remember. They just feel right, relaxed and comfortable. That's my Wrangler story. What's yours?
Wrangler Jeans Company. Great fits, unbeatable comfort.
Take it from me, nothing beats Wrangler comfort. Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans.
Pick up a pair today at a Walmart near you.
The Sears Automotive Center knows that when you get your car back from the shop, you don't want to feel like you've been taken for a ride. That's why the Sears Blue Automotive Crew offers Price Match Plus to get you the best price guaranteed. Save big during Fall Car Care Month. Through October 23rd, buy 3 of our best-selling Bridgestone tires and get 1 free after mail-in rebate. Plus, save 50% on our seasonal maintenance package. Get a conventional oil change, new air filter, and tire rotation, all for $27.49. Visit SearsAuto.com for more great deals. Sears Auto Center. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Time for the Carfax Fact of the Game. Looking to score a great used car. The Carfax Vehicle History Report can help. Get one free from your dealer. Just say, show me the Carfax, or go to Carfax.com. We've had 2 interceptions in this game. Jason Hunter and Sidjuan Thompson, the first of their careers, and the first 2 by Mark Sanchez, who came into the game as the only quarterback through 5 games as a starter who had not thrown a pick this season. First and 10, Jets at their own 19. Sanchez 11 of 17. They run over to the right side with Sean Green. A flag flies after a gain of a couple. This was a boxing match. Both fighters are clinching in the corners
78 had reported eligible. There's no foul. Second down.
78 was uncovered along the line. And Wayne Hunter, who comes in their jumbo formation, and how appropriate, the jumbo jet formation. That works out a little bit. Yeah, they don't go too tight end. They say, give me a couple more tackles to throw in there.
We need some more. But it only got him 2 yards, so that they take him out and put the other guys back.
So second and 7. Jets at their own 22. Send Keller in motion to the far side, the tight end. Sanchez dropping back. Blitz coming. He avoids it nicely and then deflected. Threw it in and out of the hands of Keller into the secondary and it hit the ground, but it nearly was picked off again. Mark Sanchez is living right. He's thrown 2 picks. He could have thrown 5 away so far in this game.
He's playing like a young kid again. You know, he was almost sacked and he spun away from the sack and then he just threw it and it ricocheted around. A couple of Denver Broncos had their hands on it, but couldn't hold it.
And so now Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, says, my QB's a little skittish. We're on the road in a 10-10 ball game. It's 3rd and 7 at our own 22. Jets are 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Sanchez dropping back to pass. Under pressure. Rolling right. Buying time. Steps up in the pocket. Fires deflected again. And falls to the 35-yard line. The Bronco defense holds, but Mark Sanchez is being scrambled. And you'd think when you come to Denver, no Elvis Dumerville, one of the premier pass rushers out for the season, but the guys in orange are picking up the pace. A team that doesn't rush the passer has been doing it here in the 3rd.
They put pressure on him, but they can't get loose to sack him. He seems to step away and find more time, but can't find receivers.
So Weatherford has been punting at a 53-yard average. Lawrence Maroney will come up and catch that because Eddie Royal had been knocked silly his last time he had the ball. Ball is fair caught at the 34-yard line. 44-yard punt and no return. Let's check in with Ted Sobel at the Sports USA studios in L.A. for another NFL scoreboard update.
And they're both in the 3rd quarter, and it's still the Raiders 6-3 in San Francisco over the Niners. San Fran can only get a 25-yard field goal from Joe Nedney, and it's Minnesota and Dallas tied at 14. Percy Harvin for the second half opening kickoff, 95 yards at the Brecher Dome, Bob.
Thank you, Ted. Give it to Noshawn Moreno over the right side for 3, and the San Francisco Giants outscoring the 49ers. That's something you don't normally say.
That's going to be your opening line in your talk show on Monday.
I hope not.
You know, there's pressure building on both these teams in this game. They're playing conservative, trying to be error-free. I think they all are worried that the big error is going to decide the game.
And which team cracks first?
Which team goes out of it and starts gambling.
2nd and 8. Broncos at their own 36. Give it to Moreno again. Keeps the legs churning and maybe gets to the 38-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd and about 6. Noshawn Moreno, 8 carries, 32 yards. Stats are going to be ugly both ways in this game. This is a good old-fashioned, we're going to run it, you're going to run it, and we'll see who makes that mistake first, as Coach was just saying.
That second down kind of showed up again. There's an area they can improve if their second down calls.
3rd and 6 for Kyle Horton out of the shotgun at his own 38-yard line. Dropping back to pass, look left. Now looks right. He's got a man down the sideline, and it's caught by Brandon Lloyd. Flag flies late. Lloyd caught it at the 32. and he took a blow to the head. So now the officials will huddle to make sure he had both feet in bounds, and then secondarily, there was a blow to the head. This is a new point of emphasis going up top against the defenseless receiver. The 30-yard pitch and catch, and Horton set it up by looking left, had the safety away, and got single coverage down the right sideline. Tony Correnti will explain. This could be a reception plus the personal foul and really put Denver in good position.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, helmet contact. Defense number 36. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down.
So Brandon Lloyd, he did well to hold on to that ball. He took the punishment up top. And he's got the Broncos into the Ruth Chris red zone. Kyle Horton stood tall in the pocket. And Tony Graziani, what a throw under duress.
What a great throw and what a great catch by this receiving core that is now depleted because Eddie Royal just went into the locker room with a groin injury, and his return is questionable. So Brandon Lloyd, Jabbar Gaffney are going to have to step up on the outside if the Broncos want any success passing the football.
And the Jets are going to use the timeout here. And the challenge flag is coming out. So the issue is going to be here a 30-yard field position situation because you have the personal foul. It's going to give the Broncos 15, but it was ruled a 30-yard catch before the helmet-to-helmet contact.
It looks like he had both feet in.
Force-out rule no longer applies here, but our review, I think Lloyd had both feet in bounds, and then, say, if I'm Jim Leonard, I wouldn't want to be fined for that hit because he used his hands. His helmet got near Lloyd, but he didn't lead with his head, which I think is kind of the spirit of the rule there. At lightning, real game speed, it's hard for officials that are running back on a 30-yard pass play to really know that.
There was head-to-head contact.
After reviewing the play, the Broncos receiver possessed the ball with 2 feet in bounds. It is a completed pass.
So now we have 1st and 10 for the Broncos. All the way down to the 17 of the New York Jets. That ends up being a 45-yard play with the pitch and catch and the penalty. Minute 34 remaining in the third quarter. We're tied at 10. The officials run in regarding resetting the play clock, I believe. So Eddie Royal is out. Not only is he one of the key receivers, one of 3 Bronco receivers over 300 yards in receptions coming into the game, but he is also their kick returner. There's Sean Moreno, the lone setback. 1st and 10 from the Jets 17. Horton fakes the stretch play, throws back across his body to Daniel Graham, and just too far and incomplete. Stretch play to the right, throw across your body to the left. You have to lead the tight end because you don't want to throw it behind him when he picked off, but it's got to be accurate, and it wasn't.
It was a dynamic call. He had a linebacker matched on him with nobody else. It was just the 2 of them and seemingly half of the field, and he just couldn't make the catch. Here's that 2nd down again that seems to be stymieing the Broncos.
Minute and a half left in the third. Horton out of the gun, looking in the end zone. Bobbling catch. It's ruled a touchdown. Demarius Thomas hauls it in. The Jets have just used a challenge on a previous one and lost. But Thomas bobbled it initially and was ruled to have secured it in the end zone for the Bronco touchdown.
Rivas, and they're going right at him. Something's not quite right with him. He doesn't seem to be able to get up in the air. He didn't get up in the air at all on that one, and the ball was caught.
Prater will put the PAT up and good. And Darrell Rivas, who's playing with the hamstring, and the Broncos have identified it and continue to go at the all-world cornerback. So 17-10, Denver takes the lead. And I don't know that it was a mistake that happened first, but two good pass plays by Horton, plus the personal foul penalty, and the Broncos move up a touchdown.
Again, they stay with the plan that they had throughout the game. If you're going to throw it deep. Get the ball out of your hands. Both of those things were clear that that's part of their plan, and they executed it very well.
5 plays, 66-yard drive, minute 36 off the clock. Kyle Horton, 2 for 3 on the drive. And the New York Jets, the biggest, baddest teams in the AFC, at 4-1, having won 4 in a row, come into a Bronco team 2 and 3 that had alternated losses and wins all throughout their first 5 weeks. Is there something to the Monday night curse? Jets, short week, fairly lengthy travel, adjustment here to Denver.
I don't know the answer to that. But, teams that are in the East that come West seem to be preoccupied with the changes. And teams in the West are more accustomed to going East because there are more teams in the East. But it's a problem, I think.
Brad Smith will bring it out of the end zone after the Prater kick and get all the way out to the 24-yard line. As we talked about Smith, they line him up at receiver. He's the Seminole quarterback in the single wing formation. He returns kicks. Very valuable player in year 5 out of Missouri, the former quarterback. And so now the Jets still have a quarter plus a minute 17. But the way Sanchez has thrown the ball, you're down a touchdown now. And he's got to find his accuracy and do it very quickly. Sanchez is 11 of 19, 107 yards, 2 picks, and several others that should have been. First and 10 for their own 24. Sanchez looks left, comes back right. Perfectly thrown ball to Keller at the 50, at the 45, at the 40, and down to the 35-yard line of Denver. Dustin Keller on a crossing route and hit in stride beautifully for 41 yards on the throw and run after.
Keller was split a little bit, had the safety man covering him man-to-man. He went up and then ran an inside breaking pattern, and Sanchez really threw a strike to him.
Dustin Keller, leading receiver for the Jets coming in, has 5 touchdowns as well. First and 10 New York, now to Denver 35. Sanchez, end around give to Santonio Holmes at the 30. The 25, fumble the ball! Lost it at the 19! Broncos on top of it! Holmes had a caravan down the left sideline, got inside the 20, fumbled the ball. Denver recovers.
I believe that fumble was caused when he ran into his own man. It's amazing how often that happens. You're just not expecting anything. You hit your own man and the ball comes out.
Ronaldo Hill came up with it. And you talked about the first team in a tight game to blink or flinch or make a mistake. And the Jets, instead of a game-tying touchdown drive, give it right back to the Broncos. Third Jet turnover. Denver's not been perfect. Moreno put one on the ground, and they fumbled a snap on a makeable 28-yard field goal. First and 10, Denver, their own 19, leading 17-10. Give it to Noshawn Moreno, nothing doing up the middle. Tried the right side and maybe got half a yard. That likely to be the final play of the third quarter. But the Broncos leading 17-10. On the longest Jets run of the day, Santonio Holmes fumbled the ball on a 14-yard scamper. And can the Denver Broncos protect a 17-10 lead in their own building heading into the fourth? We'll find out. Fourth quarter on the way. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
AutoZone. Fall is flush and fill time, so get everything you need and save at AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Now's the time to get your car ready for winter. Avoid getting stranded in the cold by flushing and refilling your radiator today. Right now at AutoZone, you can save up to $7 per gallon on peak antifreeze after $2 instant savings and $5 mail-in rebate. Limit 2. See store for restrictions and details. Do it yourself and save. Get to AutoZone today. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
In our lifetimes, it doesn't get any more serious than it is right now. Every American has a stake in this economy. People are scared. They're uneasy. What happens when the bottom falls out of your world? Our job is to give you some context and perspective. We're all in this together. That's never been more clear.
NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams, where the world unfolds nightly.
Kevin Richards is trying to protect his identity.
Kev, what is this thing?
It's your new home, buddy. You're going to be a bubble boy, so no one can steal you.
I don't want to... Hey!
See, there's even a bucket for you to sit on.
Okay, but what if I have to...
Just flip the bucket.
Not living in the real world isn't really an option. Time to get protection from Identity Guard. And right now, you can get 3 credit reports and 3 scores for just $3. Visit IdentityGuard.com today. That's IdentityGuard.com. Identity Guard. Your identity is counting on you.
Fourth quarter of today's game brought to you by Sprint. Feel the power of blazing fast 4G speed in the palm of your hand. What will you do first with Evo, the first 4G phone? And what will the Broncos do with the ball to begin the fourth quarter, leading 17-10? Bob Fitzgerald, the Hall of Famer John Robinson, Tony Graziani on the sidelines. And this is one where Denver got the Jets to blink on the Santonio Holmes fumble. 2nd and 9 of their own 20 to begin the fourth quarter. Horton under center. Stretch play again. Fakes it. He holds onto it and holds onto it to be sacked. He wanted Brandon Lloyd on the left side and was swarmed under instead back at the 10-yard line. First time the Jets have got to Kyle Horton all afternoon.
It was a stretch play to the right, and he faked it and then went back. And this was a play they used against Indianapolis several weeks ago here in Denver, and trying to throw back across the field, but the Jets were having none of it, and there was just no place to throw the back.
So now 3rd and 17, and not going to risk anything as they hand off, running left out to the 14-yard line. And that's one where give it to Correll Buckhalter and punt it away. First minute spinning by here in the fourth quarter with the Broncos up 17-10. Jim Leonard standing back at his own 35-yard line. Britton Colquitt standing at his own goal line. Heavy pressure on the punt. Colquitt really hangs it up there. Leonard comes up nicely along the sideline to catch that, but gives the Jets very good field position at their own 46-yard line. So the Holmes fumble takes away Jets points, but doesn't give the Broncos anything. Timeout on the field, 13:52 remaining, 17-10 Denver. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Goliath Radio brings you more local personalities and more points of view. Here at WELE 1380 Ormond Beach.
Looking for one insurance company that can do it all under one roof? Call Mullen & Company Insurance Services at 386-673-3633. Located at 761 West Granada Boulevard in Ormond Beach, Mullen & Company was established in 1946 and is one of the area's oldest independent insurance agencies. And since they're an agency and not the insurer, they're not limited to one company's products. They can choose the right coverage and the right price for you from a selection of the world's leading insurers. Mullen & Company Insurance Services offers policies to cover practically every possible circumstance. But the policy that they're the proudest of is treating you right. In every situation, in every problem, in every way, the folks at Mullen & Company say, we don't work for just one insurance company, we work for you. That's Mullen & Company Insurance Services, 761 West Granada Boulevard in Ormond Beach. Stop by or give them a call at 386-673-3633. My parents did.
Goliath Radio offers advertisers reach with the most powerful bark in the area on WELE, Ormond Beach.
First and 10. Jets best starting field position at their own 47. Mark Sanchez, 2 for his last 6. Trailing 17-10, 13:52 remaining in the ball game. Offset Iowa, LaDainian Tomlinson. Give it to Tomlinson up the middle. They get to the 50-yard line. This broadcast presented by the authority of the Sports USA Radio Network, the New York Jets, and the Denver Broncos. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Sports USA, the New York Jets, Emerson Boozer, and the Denver Broncos. Canadian Tomlinson, 11 carries, 25 yards, a long gain of 6. It's 2nd and 7 for the Jets with Brad Smith in the Seminole formation. And they'll keep it to the right. Get into Denver territory over the right side to about the 47, but be short of the first down and bring up 3rd down.
That's not old-fashioned, but kind of new-fashioned college option football. Center the ball to the shotgun quarterback, and he fakes to a back and starts around the end. He had Tomlinson as a pitch man, but he kept to himself. 3rd and 4, big down.
Sanchez back in at quarterback. 3rd and 4 for the Jets at the Bronco 47. 12:39 remaining. Broncos up a touchdown. Sanchez dropping back. Looking right, incomplete. He threw it out for Braylon Edwards. He almost threw it off his back foot as he was retreating. Never really set and stepped into the throw.
I think he saw a blitz coming right up the middle. Tomlinson had stepped up and was trying to block the guy, but it definitely affected Sanchez's throw.
So Lawrence Maroney spelling Eddie Royal. Back at his own 9. Steve Weatherford. High hanging kick, and Maroney will field it at the 5. And that's danger all the way around. It was going to be touchdown probably by the Jets anyway. 12:25 remaining in the ball game. Broncos get another shot. They have the touchdown lead, 17-10. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
This weekend, fall into Lowe's for big savings. Right now, when you use your Lowe's consumer credit card, ask for 10% off your purchase or get 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more. Plus, now's the time to rake in the savings with 10% off all major appliances, $397 or more. And this is the season for 10% off all Scott's products, including fertilizer, mulch, grass seed, and bird seed. These prices won't be falling forever, so come into Lowe's now. Experience Lowe's. Let's build something together. Offer valid 10/13 through 10/18. See store for details. Valid in U.S. only.
You've done it. Give yourself a round of applause. At Dell, we're celebrating small business, and you can always count on our expert guidance to keep you thriving. Our tribute to you includes great offers like the Dell Vostro 3500 laptop with an Intel Core i3 processor starting at just $549, plus a $10,000 IT makeover sweepstakes. For entry, rules, and prizes, visit Dell.com/celebrate. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Open to U.S. Small Business Owners Office on October 27th.
Unbelievable news for drivers everywhere. Mobil 1 Extended Performance Synthetic Motor Oil is proven to protect your engine for 15,000 miles between oil changes. Guaranteed. So good you could drive halfway around the world without changing your oil. Mobil 1 Extended Performance also provides unsurpassed protection in the highest of temperatures. And its enhanced formulation helps your engine run at its best, even under extended oil change periods. Look for Mobil 1 Extended Performance wherever you buy motor oil.
17-10 Denver here. Let's check in with Ted Sobel in our Sports USA studios in L.A. with another NFL scoreboard update.
And the other two games in the fourth quarter as well. And the Niners now lead the Raiders 10-6. Alex Smith, 32 yards to Michael Crabtree in the third quarter. And it's Minnesota and Dallas tied at 21. Des Bryant, 31 yards from Tony Romo to get things even in Minnesota there, Bob.
All right, Ted. And the Broncos, first half, it started their own 37. Second half, they're starting average field position at their own 20. They gave over the right side for a couple yards on first down.
The first down runs are not productive right now, and you get the feeling that the Broncos, because of negative field position, are kind of stepping back or being a little too conservative right now.
Oshawn Moreno said, how many times I got to run into the line here? 2nd and 8, Horton under center. Turn to give it to Moreno again, and he doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage this time. Crushed at the 7-yard line. So Denver, they're pinned back at their own 5, and they're being very conservative here as Calvin Pace crashed in from his linebacker spot. And so now exactly what you'd want to avoid in the shadow of your own goalpost is 3rd and 10 at your own 7, leading by 7, 11:20 remaining in the ball game.
These are the toughest calls that a coach has, is does he trust his veteran quarterback enough on 3rd and 10 to take a shot to try to get a first down that they desperately need.
Jets are showing blitz. Horton out of the gun. On 3rd down out of his own end zone, firing down the left sideline for Lloyd, batted in the air and knocked out of bounds. Cromartie had the coverage. Leonard came over with safety help. Lloyd got a hand on it, but so did both DBs, and it fell out of bounds incomplete.
Well, it was certainly a gamble. They didn't, the blitz couldn't get to him. It was one-on-one. Cromartie seems to be doing better than Rivas now in that kind of a fade type deep throw. He seems to be able to get up in the air and bat that ball down.
So now Colquitt out of his own end zone. High, hanging, booming punt. It'll bounce at the 39. Kyle Wilson will pick it up at the 40. Run to the 45 and get out of bounds there. So Colquitt out of his own end zone rips off a 53-yard punt. A 5-yard return, but still good field position for the Jets. 10:43 remaining in the ball game. Broncos up 17-10. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
AutoZone. Fall is flush and fill time, so get everything you need and save at AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Now's the time to get your car ready for winter. Avoid getting stranded in the cold by flushing and refilling your radiator today. Right now at AutoZone, you can save up to $7 per gallon on peak antifreeze after $2 instant savings and $5 mail-in rebate. Limit 2. See store for restrictions and details. Do it yourself and save. Get to AutoZone today. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack knocked over a candlestick onto the shag carpeting, and his pants ignited into flames, causing him to stop, drop, and roll. Luckily, Jack recently had Geico help him with renter's insurance, because all his belongings went up in flames. Jack got full replacement and now has new pants he ordered from Banana Republic. Visit Geico.com and see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
It's Danica Patrick, IndyCar Series driver. Over the years, I've driven a lot of different cars, but two things never change. No one demands more from their car than me, and nothing protects under the hood better than Peak.
Peak Long Life Antifreeze is formulated with an advanced organic technology to protect any engine of any make, any model, anytime. If you can drive it, Peak can protect it.
And when I drive it, it better perform.
Peak Long Life Antifreeze in the blue bottle.
When you peak, you win.
Always maintain cooling system with specified vehicle owner's manual, including top off.
Next week on Sports USA, Larry Kahn, Ross Tucker, Troy West will be in New Orleans for the Saints and Browns at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. John Robinson, Tony Graziani, and I will be in Seattle at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific for the Seahawks and Cardinals. On first down, Jets at their own 46-yard line. Play fake Mark Sanchez, dropping back middle of the field. Got it at the 33-yard line. And Santonio Holmes finally hauled down there. And you mentioned, Coach, the last couple possessions, Jets have started to open up their offense a little bit.
They're getting man coverage. That was a play-action pass, crossing pattern. Keller ran short, and Holmes deeper than him running the drag in the middle. And he wasn't wide open, but he sure delivered the ball.
First and 10, Jets at the Bronco 32. Sanchez under center this time. Sean Green in the offset eye. Going to give it to Green, looking for the right side. At the 30, the 25. Helmet comes off, still running, and smartly gets out of bounds. Once you lose your helmet, you do not want to be running around on an NFL field.
And the play stops. As soon as you lose your helmet, everything is supposed to stop. I'm sure there's some tempted to try to attack that head without a helmet.
So that will bring up second and very short here. Broncos trying to protect this 17-10 lead. Jets marching to the Bronco 24 on second and a long one. Daniel Tomlinson the setback. Give it to him up the middle. Has the first down.
The Jets are definitely expanding what they're doing. They've thrown on first down several times in a row.
Jalen Edwards, Jericho Cotchery to the left. First and 10 at the Denver 20. Sanchez under center. Dropping back to pass, pumping once, looking end zone, and now dumping short to Richardson. Pass incomplete. That's actually John Connor, the backup fullback. Connor has become a bit of a cult hero. They call him the Terminator because he is one of the most ferocious blockers, not only as a fullback but on special teams. He's been knocking people out from the preseason on.
That time Sanchez tried to hit the receiver in the short, and the linebacker covered him, and Sanchez ran over to the side judge complaining. I think they have to keep him calm in a situation like this.
Second and 10 for the Denver, 20 for the Jets. Sanchez, stretch play. Tomlinson to the 20, the 15, the 10. LaDainian Tomlinson, touchdown! LT turns back the clock and scrambles in from 20 yards with a burst over the left side. And New York a PAT away from tying this. Field position disadvantage eventually caught up to the Broncos. Gave the Jets shot after shot on the short field. They drive down and punch it in on LaDainian Tomlinson. Fourth touchdown run of the season. So Nick Folk on for the PAT. Snap and set. And the kick is up and good. And so with 8:36 remaining in the ball game, we're even at 17 with the Broncos getting set to receive the ball. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
A better way. You'll find it at Midas. It's the way we listen and do more than you expect. Midas will change your oil for just $19.99 and give your entire car a complimentary courtesy check. It's how we keep car maintenance simple and keep you as a customer. People and prices you can count on. That's the Midas touch.
Up to 5 quarts conventional oil, taxes and synthetics extra shop fees may apply. Most vehicles at participating Midas.
This eczema is driving me crazy. All I do is, no matter what I use on this dry, itchy, red skin, I can't stop.
Introducing the first eczema lotion from Cortisone 10. It contains the strongest non-prescription itch medicine to relieve the... Plus 7 moisturizers to help heal severe dry skin. Once you start using it, you'll stop the... for good.
Ah, that's better.
New Cortisone 10 eczema lotion. Feel the heal.
You've done it. Give yourself a round of applause.
At Dell, we're celebrating small business, and you can always count on our expert guidance to keep you thriving. Our tribute to you includes great offers like the Dell Vostro 3500 laptop with an Intel Core i3 processor starting at just $549, plus a $10,000 IT makeover sweepstakes. For entry rules and prizes, visit Dell.com/celebrate. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Open to U.S. Small Business Owners Office on October 27th.
5-play, 54-yard drive. Took a little over 2 minutes. And a 20-yard run by LaDainian Tomlinson, his 4th TD of the year, has tied things here in Denver, even at 17. With 8:36 remaining in the ball game, Bob Fitzgerald, the Hall of Famer John Robinson, and Tony Graziani down on the field. The Broncos were almost trying to play the clock, play keep away, play field position, and the Jets have now had the momentum here, tying it up. Nick Folk booming it deep into the end zone where it'll be caught for a touchback. And so now what does Josh McDaniels have up his sleeve, Coach? Is 8.5 long time remaining, but you've done so many good things in this game. Does Kyle Horton revert back to the league-leading passing offenses when the run game has been really snuffed out here in the 4th quarter by the Jets?
Well, certainly field position is the key in the 4th quarter, and the Broncos have not had any of it. They're deep in their own territory again. They've got to move the football. They can't sit in the conservative run on first down, run on second. They're in a spread formation, and much like they opened the game with. And I think we'll see that kind of offense.
Kyle Horton on first down from his own 20. All day to throw. Firing to the 35-yard line. Brandon Lloyd snatches it out of the air, gets to the 40 and brought down there. What a good throw and catch, as Jim Leonard had terrific coverage, and that window was incredibly small to throw that ball.
Jim Everett being 5'8" really hurt him that time. He just couldn't reach up high enough. He did, as you say, have great coverage.
So Brandon Lloyd, 3 catches, 54 yards. Inside 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. 1st and 10, Denver at their own 39. Tied at 17 here. Take the end around and give it right up the middle to Noshawn Moreno across the 50. He'll have a first down into Jet territory, upended at the 47. A 14-yard run. Faked the end around, gave it to Moreno, and everything opened up wide.
The Jets bit on the end around. They probably saw their own team run it and said, well, they're going to run it too, and he did. He gave it to the back of the big hole right in the middle.
120 yards rushing for Denver. That is double their per-game average. Give it to Lawrence Maroney, but we've got a flag fly, whistles blow, and a false start before that play got started.
False start, offense number 68. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Now Zane Beadles, the rookie out of Utah, starting at the right tackle spot for Ryan Harris. Is a 2nd-round pick in this past year's draft, and the fact that that's the first time we've had to mention that on the false start means that Beadles have been playing awfully well.
And the entire line has. They've done a really great job of protecting Moreno, picking up the blitzes, or at least slowing them down.
Give it to Maroney, trying the left side. Gets to the 49 of the Jets, but now that penalty could prove costly here. Denver was driving. They were getting into field goal range. They were chewing time on the clock. But negative plays against the Jet defense have become, they usually haunt you.
And we all must remember Royal is not in the game, and that restricts them further.
So now 2nd and 11. Broncos at the Jets 48. Brandon Lloyd, the dangerous one, to the left side. 3 wide in the pattern. Horton out of the gun. Throwing. Right sideline on Revis. And a jump ball is knocked away. Darrelle Revis turned, found the football, got up in the air, and was able to rip it away. And that was Demaryius Thomas, who has a touchdown catch earlier. And at 6'3", he wasn't able to come down with it on the 5'11" Darrelle Revis.
They really like him. they feel like he has the kinds of ability that Brandon Marshall has. Brandon Marshall's not around anymore. They're hopeful that this kid can be somewhat like him.
3rd and 11 from the 48 of New York. Horton stepping up. There's no one in front of him. He gets by the linebacker, the 40, the 35. He dives. He has the first down. A 13-yard run by Kyle Horton. They had sent everybody, including Jason Taylor, the designated pass rusher. Horton stepped up in the pocket, only had to make one man miss.
It's Tim Tebow time.
So 5.5 left in the game. Horton goes split out wide right. Tebow in the gun. Fake to the left. Tebow putting his head down, running right. And he'll get inside the 35.
I think that's as much as anything to give Horton a little bit of a breather. He goes over on the sideline and kind of composes himself again and comes back out. Horton has played as good a game as you could imagine a quarterback play. And that 15-yard scamper was pretty good. Although he's back in the game, but he's playing wide receiver.
Kyle Horton's actually being uncovered initially. Tebow is in the shotgun on 2nd and 8. Tebow's going to keep it run left this time. Tebow to the 30, down to the 29-yard line. They're just not even covering Kyle Horton, basically. There's 4.5 left in the game. It's 3rd and 5.
And I'm not sure exactly why, whether they feel Horton's a bad receiver or that Tebow's a bad passer.
Well, the ball rests on the Jets' 30-yard line.
For all Florida fans.
It would be a 47-yard field goal right now. Well, the Broncos trying to untie this. 3rd and 5 at the Jets' 30. We're even at 17. They were 7 of 16 on 3rd down. Horton, blitz coming, throwing down the right sideline and incomplete. Threw it off the field of play.
Everybody came that time. I thought Rex Ryan. I saw Rex Ryan on that blitz. They just brought them all. Played man-to-man and just with three-man cover guys on 3 receivers. He threw it deep, but he was just throwing it away to protect the chance for the field goal.
Well, we've seen Prater make one from 59, miss one from 49, fumbled snap from 28. This is a 48-yarder out of Colquitt's hold. Snap and set. High enough. It's long enough. It is good! The Broncos take the lead with 3:55 left, moving ahead of the Jets 20-17. But New York keeps them out of the end zone, and it's a chance for Mark Sanchez to see if he can continue this 4-game winning streak and make it 5 for New York. Everything that you would expect of a game Bronco effort, the way they've done it with the rushing game, a little unusual. And for the Jets, a real quality team in this league, on the road on a short week, and they are down a field goal inside 4 minutes. Our quarterback and Sanchez have been highly erratic for 3 quarters. That has been excellent here in the 4th.
Yeah, they have opened up their offense. I think this game may come down to the Broncos trying to put some pressure on Sanchez. They have not gotten much. They get a push in the line, but not anybody free to sack him. They've got to disturb him or else things are just going to work against him. Holmes and Keller are the 2 receivers that seem to me to be the focal point of their offense.
Prater booms it into the back of the end zone. Brad Smith will catch it and take the touchback. And so Tony Graziani, this is what quarterbacks live for, right? Mark Sanchez, 80 yards away from a victory on the road in his 2nd year in the NFL.
Well, you said it, Fitz. You must have read my mind. You know, we've heard from this Jets coaching staff how Mark Sanchez has evolved, how he's matured from his rookie year last year. Well, these are the kind of drives that make quarterbacks great. They drive their teams down and put them the offenses in the best chance to succeed and to put up points. We'll see if he can do that here.
Invesco Field shakes with the orange-clad Bronco throng. First and 10, Jets to their own 20. Play fake. Sanchez pumping once. Looking deep downfield for Edwards. Batted away. He wanted Braylon Edwards all the way out to the 45. And knocked away, incomplete.
Good coverage, and he might have been a little bit late with the ball. It was play-action pass. Edwards was running a deep out at about 25 yards, and second and 10.
Sanchez, 3 of his last 10, with 3:48 remaining in the ball game. Broncos up 20-17. Sanchez under center. It is loud in Denver. Keller goes in motion to the near side. Give it to Tomlinson, looking for the left side. Very patient run out to the 25. And they'll make up third and manageable. Daniel Tomlinson picking his way for 5 yards. And now, to this point, the biggest play of the game.
I would agree with that, and particularly if it's a negative play for the Jets, then Denver has a chance to run it out. I'm sure he at least has Heller as part of his thought process here.
Jets are 3 of 10 on third down. 3rd and 5 from their own 25. Broncos up 20-17. Sanchez under center. Grouse back, looking left, slant route, and he's got the first down. Moved everything to the right, threw back to the left for Braylon Edwards. And he moves out to the 31 and silences the crowd briefly here in Denver.
There's a lot of pressure on Cox, the cornerback on that side. Certainly Bailey, they're staying away from, but they're going to work the other guy.
Sanchez out of the gun, looking right side this time. And it's caught by Cotchery at about the 36. Gets a very favorable mark in that they marked him out of bounds to stop the clock. It seemed that his initial contact was inbounds. Regardless, it will bring up second down. Bronco faithful aching for a defensive stop. 2:38 remaining in the ball game. Denver trying to protect a 3-point lead. Sanchez 2nd and 5 at his own 36 for the Jets. And here's Keller in motion to the left. Give it to Tomlinson. Nice spin move, but he will only get back a yard short of the original line of scrimmage. Terrific force by the Bronco defense up front. Marcus Thomas and friends were there.
Here comes 2 additional defensive backs onto the field. Trying to get a maximum pass defense. They're not really quite organized.
3rd and 6 for the Jets of their own 35. Blitz coming. Sanchez on the left sideline to Holmes. It's Antonio Holmes able to bring it in at the 48-yard line for the first down.
Well, that was a poor decision by the Denver Broncos to substitute so late. They were not organized. Cox was yelling in at his safety man to try to get some help, and he had Holmes, and he couldn't handle it.
2-minute warning, 20-17 Broncos. You're listening to the NFL on Sports USA. We'll be back after these local messages.
Goliath Radio brings you more local personalities and more points of view. Here at WELE 1380 Ormond Beach.
A major sponsor of Imus in the Morning on WELE is Daytona Mitsubishi. You can get everything from the Raider 4-door pickup to the sporty Spider convertible. That's the poor man's Porsche, baby. You can get a great car, truck, or SUV for less money, more gas mileage, and 0% financing for 72 months. The 5-star safety rating on most cars and SUVs means a lot of airbags around you to keep you safe. Superior styling, state-of-the-art computer systems, and comfortable seats get you 5 times the vehicle for a lot less money. And the more you drive your Daytona Mitsubishi,
Mitsubishi, the more you're going to save. They know gas guzzlers at Daytona Mitsubishi. Locally owned and operated by Richard Nesbitt, a hometown guy who will treat you like a neighbor. Friendly, courteous, lots of available financing, and great gas mileage makes Daytona Mitsubishi the regional leader in sales service. Just call them, 252-7000. Check them out on the web at DaytonaMitzu.com or see them in living color at 510 North Nova Road. You should have seen it in color. You'll be glad you did.
Goliath Radio offers advertisers reach with the most powerful bark in the area on WELE Ormond Beach.
Minutes remaining in Denver. Jets first and 10 of their own 48-yard line. Tony Graziani is down in the field, and Graz, can the Jets even hear themselves in this building?
Boy, I've been in this building before, but this is as loud as I've heard it. You know, I think it's a combination of how well the defense is playing, and it's the Tim Tebow factor. Ever since that touchdown, this crowd's been electric.
Right at the 2-minute warning. Sanchez out of the gun, first and 10 at his own 48. Broncos protecting a 3-point lead. Jets are down to one timeout. Mark Sanchez dropping back, good protection. Flush in the pocket right. Now dumping it to Tomlinson to the 48 of Denver. That will keep the clock running. A little 4-yard pitch and catch.
The Broncos only came with a 3-man rush that time. They played cover two deep safeties, and everybody else man coverage.
Sanchez on 2nd and 7. Dropping back, under pressure, firing, and knocked away. Knocked away at the 42. Jericho Cotchery couldn't haul it in. Sidquan Thompson had the coverage. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the NFL on Sports USA.
You're Goliath Park. You know you're tuned to WELE Ormond Beach.
So 3rd and 6 at the Bronco 48. Minute 31 remaining in the ball game. Sanchez out of the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide, dropping back, stepping up in the pocket down the middle of the field, incomplete. He wanted the tight end Keller at the 25, and now here is the ball game for the Denver defense.
He had 5 wide receivers out and matched Keller against Nate Jones, and Nate Jones just made a spectacular play to bat the ball. Same thought process that the Broncos had used to try to work in the middle of the field.
Jets are 1 of 2 on 4th down this year. 4th and 6 from the Denver 48. A stop, and they're needling down to win it. Sanchez out of the gun. 5 wide of the pattern. Here comes the pressure. Stepping up, pumping left, looking right. Under pressure, wings it downfield to the 5. Knocked away. And a flag. A flag on the play. Santonio Holmes was on his rear end. The pass was underthrown. This flag is thrown at the 2-yard line. We've seen 3 offensive pass interference calls in the game.
Pass interference, defense number 23. Automatic first down.
Ronaldo Hill called for pass interference at the 2-yard line on 4th and 6. Kept going. Sanchez just winged it up there. And now the Jets a chance for the win. High formation, LaDainian Tomlinson. First and goal from the 2. Minute 16 left. Give it to Tomlinson up the middle. Touchdown! Touchdown, New York Jets. The drive kept alive with a penalty. And the Jets punch it in for the touchdown, a 46-yard penalty on the pass interference.
Well, that couldn't be more tragic in the eyes of the Broncos. I think everybody here is just stunned. It did look like pass interference. He because the play had gone awry. He was just throwing the ball in a desperate manner. There is 1 minute and 13 seconds left in this game.
So Nick Folk on for the PAT. And the kick is up and good. So 1 minute 13 left, but the Broncos need a touchdown. The Jets have taken the lead 24-20. And does Kyle Horton have any magic to work against this Jets defense? A play away from losing, the Jets pull it out. 10 plays, 80 yards, took 2 minutes and 42 seconds. The 46-yard penalty on 4th and 6.
Well, sometimes the fates go against you, and it certainly did to Denver that time. They did everything right. They had all the receivers covered. Safety lost track of the ball and turned around, kind of spun around as he did. He grabbed the receiver's helmet a little bit, and Santonio Holmes kind of sat down, and the penalty was called.
And so now Denver with 3 timeouts remaining. And 1 minute 13 to work with. Now Folk has boomed it out of the back of the end zone every time. And he will do the same here with a touchback. So 80 yards away from victory. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Josh McDaniels, I might be throwing a few downfield to see maybe if I got a hanky or two my way. Because that was very interesting in saving the day for the Jets. So here comes Denver. Top passing team in the league with Kyle Horton. Only 11 of 30. He's managed the game well. Has not had a hot streak. And the Jets showing blitz. On first down, firing out to the right sideline, Jabbar Gaffney. He's out across the 30 to the 32 and knocked out of bounds there.
The Jets went to a zone pass defense there that time. They've been hurt by man-to-man coverage. Horton has had enough protection to get time to fire the ball downfield against man protection.
1:08 remaining, and for the Broncos, they think of a missed field goal. They think of a botched snap on a field goal, and what those points would mean now being down 24-20. Horton dropping back. They do pick up the blitz, firing right sideline. What a catch! Out across the 50, Brandon Lloyd to the Jets 48. He beat Antonio Cromartie on a 20-yard pitch and catch. An incredible acrobatic grab, and the Broncos will use timeout number 1.
Lloyd is establishing himself as one of the premier receivers in the league. As you said, he's had an up-and-down career, but boy, he's done a great job. He's had 4 catches, 74 yards, and Bob, you said it, that was as spectacular as you could make.
Well, Brandon Lloyd's interesting, is he's always been known for the amazing grab, but not the routine.
Yeah.
And that time, he had to pull the contortionist move to get the ball, come down inbounds, beat the coverage of Cromartie, and he did all of it. And so now the Broncos, 58 seconds left. They're on the Jet side of the field at the 48 with 2 timeouts left. New York on top, 24-20. Lloyd goes out to the right. 3 wide receivers to the left. Horton out of the gun. Jets are showing 3 rushers, dropping 8. Here's Horton. Buying time, pumping once, looking left, firing deep downfield at the 5. Incomplete at the 2-yard line. He wanted the big receiver, Demaryius Thomas. He had a bit of space and couldn't haul it in at the 2.
I think they wanted a flag there, too. It was the same spot on the other end that the Jets got the flag. That time the Jets going away from their bravado about we're always blitz. They're playing prevent defense all the way.
49 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Broncos at the Jets' 48-yard line. New York on top, 24-20. Horton with a hand signal. He sees the blitz coming from his right side. He drops back. They pick it up. They throw to the left side, and it is caught by Gaffney, but he's inbounds. The clock is stopped with 42 seconds left, and Denver using a second timeout. That is not a lot of real estate to burn that second timeout. They picked up 4 yards on the play.
Well, they need to make sure of what they're doing here. You know, you get caught up in all the clock management things, but sometimes those of us sitting up in the booth need to realize they got to figure out what play to run.
Well, I think by burning a timeout there, timeouts allow you to use the middle of the field in this situation. Now you're down only 1 timeout. The good thing is, at least the mission is clear. You're not worried about a field goal. You're down 24-20. It's got to be into the end zone. 42 seconds is plenty of time if you could get out of bounds or if you could do something downfield and get up and spike it. So for the Broncos, they did an excellent job that time of picking up that Jets blitz, but then you don't forget that the Jets have those tremendous covered corners, and there really wasn't anybody open for Horton to throw to.
Well, it's been an amazing day in a lot of ways. One of the most amazing things from my perspective is that Horton has been tackled 1 time attempting to pass, and that is just phenomenal. Really probably has had a less physical game than any game he's played this year.
Now the delay is because the play is being reviewed. Inside 2 minutes it goes automatically to the replay booth, and so they have buzzed down on this catch or no catch and saying that the ball might have been juggled by Gaffney. In the grand scheme of things, it's a 4-yard difference. Also, too, as you get to 3rd down, the Broncos have to keep moving the sticks to have a fresh set. Trailing 24-20 with 42 seconds left. And if you're just tuning in, the biggest play of the game on a 4th and 6 from midfield, the Jets picked up a pass interference penalty all the way down to the 2-yard line. The ball was incomplete, and Denver would have been kneeling down to win the ball game. Instead, the Jets were granted new life, and LaDainian Tomlinson got into the end zone for his 2nd score of the game. So we're waiting on this review of a 4-yard catch by Jabbar Gaffney. And I'll tell you who this is benefiting is the pass rushers of the Jets and the old linemen of the Broncos. It's been a long game with a lot of plays and a lot of drives, and everybody on the field's getting a nice breath and blow right now. And here is Tony Correnti with the replay verdict.
The reviewing play, the ruling on the field will stand as a completed pass. 3rd down.
So instead of 3rd and 10, 3rd and 6. With the ball at the Jet 44-yard line. New York on top, 24-20. So Marius Thomas out to the right. Jabbar Gaffney, slot right. Brandon Lloyd, NFL's leading receiver, out to the left. Horton with the hand signals to the left and the right. Play clock down to 7. Out of the gun. Fumble the snap. Fumble the snap. The ball is there. Jetson recovered. The snap was fumbled all the way back to the 42-yard line. Kyle Horton tried to pick it up, didn't get on top of it, and this game is over. The Jets able to come up with a stop. Dwight Lowry recovered the fumble. And if you look at the Broncos, they'll think about a fumbled snap on a field goal. They'll think about a missed field goal. They'll think about a pass interference penalty. And then a fumbled snap that never let a final drive come to fruition. Sean Moreno fumbled on the first drive, and the errant long snap from J.D. Walton, the rookie out of Baylor. And the victory formation now for the Jets. Mark Sanchez will kneel down, and New York will have won 5 in a row. They move to 5-1, while the Broncos will drop to 2-4. Time now for the peak antifreeze performance of the game. When you peak, you win, and I think it's got to be, Coach, LaDainian Tomlinson, the 16 carries, 55 yards, but more importantly, the 2 touchdowns in the game, the 20-yarder and then the 2-yarder that salted away the win. And for the Jets, when you're on the road in this league, you want to just do whatever you need to do to win a ball game.
And the Jets, show again that they are a very balanced team. They got probably what you'd consider a poor performance from Sanchez in terms of what he's done previous to this, but they played good defense, not great defense, although I think the Broncos may have shown the rest of the league a blueprint of how to attack this defense and how to keep it from being so disruptive as it's been.
And sometimes you're beaten in this game, and sometimes you lose. Some of the Broncos' wounds were self-inflicted.
Yep.
And I think that's something that they will think about. Moreno fumbling at the 10, missing a 28-yarder because you fumbled the snap. An errant long snap that had been perfect all game long. At the most key time, snapped it wide of Horton, and it remains a fumble. And then the pass interference call, guarantee that will be talked about and shown all week, because officials don't really ever want to decide a football game. That ball hits the ground, it's incomplete. If it's uncalled, the Broncos are winning this game. Instead, Santonio Holmes and the New York Jets come up with a win. Tony Graziani down on the field with Santonio.
Yeah, guys, I'm down with Santonio. Santonio, 4 catches, big catches when your team needed it. What was your mindset all week going up against this defense?
We had to make plays. It was going to be us. The opportunity was going to be there for our quarterback to put the ball where he needed to put it at, and it was our job to make plays today. We had a few put on the ground, but at the same time, he threw a couple interceptions. But no matter how you win the game, as long as you come out with a W, correct the things during the week when you need to, and keep moving forward.
It seems that after you miss those first 4 games, that Mark's really looking for you when he gets in trouble. Is that something that you're aware of when you're running down the field?
I'm a playmaker. He's making opportunities for all the playmakers on the field. He's putting the balls in our hands, and we're doing what we're supposed to do with them.
Well, you're definitely making a difference. Congratulations, Santonio Holmes. All right, guys, back up to you.
And Holmes, after that 4-game suspension, clearly gives the Jets offense a bit more firepower. New York holds on. They win it 24-20. You're listening to the National Football League on Sports USA.
Goliath Radio brings you more local personalities and more points of view. Here at WELE 1380 Ormond Beach.
As good, perhaps, as it might have been the return of Andre Johnson. Because for some reason, that defense was supposed to be so good, having the AFC Rookie of the Year. Since he's been back, they give up yard after yard after yard. And somebody, please put Kareem Jackson out of his misery and put him on the bench. It's sad to watch. It's sad to watch Dwayne blow by him, going like he's standing still. 6 catches, 108 yards, and Jackson got nothing accomplished today. 0 on the defensive end. And it might be time. You're either a winner or you're not a winner. You either have a winning attitude or you're a loser. You're just born with it for whatever reason. You can't teach it. You can't learn it. You either are one and willing to go the extra mile and the ability to inspire people, inspire your team, inspire young men to play better, or you're just sad. Unfortunately, that is the situation when it comes to Norv Turner. Good guy, good football coach, but an inspirer of nobody. To go on the road after being beaten by the Raiders and come out and just look as poor as possible and trail 17-3 at halftime means, you know what? You just don't have that winning spirit. It's as simple as that. 1-800-777-2907. Those are my observations from week number 6. We'll get your observations on week number 6 as well when we continue on Sporting News Radio Postgame.
second of SNR? Hear what you missed now at SportingNewsRadio.com. SportingNewsRadio.com.
Attention all homeowners. Do you want help today? Are you having difficulty making your mortgage payments? Do you have an adjustable rate set to adjust to a new rate? Do you want to lower your mortgage payments to an amount you can afford? If you answered yes to any of these questions, call the Loan Modification Help Hotline now. We may be able to cut your mortgage payment in half and help to reduce your interest payment to as low as 1%. Find out what we can do for you today.
We were so worried about losing our home. Loan modification helped us to avoid foreclosure. I'm glad I made the call.
Homeowners, do not struggle another minute. Call the Loan Modification Help Hotline toll-free. Discover how much we can reduce your mortgage payment. Act now. We may be able to cut your mortgage payment in half and help to reduce your interest payment to as low as 1%. Call now for a free consultation.
For your free consultation, call 800-651-3293. That's 800-651-3293. Call 800-651-3293 now.
Last year, Dallas lost to Minnesota in the playoffs. This year, same result in the regular season.
It's a screen right to Felix Jones, caught at the 30, blazes to the 40 in front of the Vikings bench, pitches it to Roy Williams. Now he runs the wrong way, throws it all the way to the other side of the field, caught by Romo at the 40. This looks like Cal Stanford as he heads to the right. Now he throws it to the right, caught Miles Austin. There's a flag. That's the ball game. We're 2-3. We're going to Lambeau Field for a chance to move past the Packers.
KFAN with the call. Wasn't quite Cal and Stanford because someone scored. Dallas did not. They dropped to 1-4 on the year. Minnesota 2-3 other finals. San Francisco gets their first win, 17-9 against Oakland. And the Texans scored 21 points in the fourth quarter to knock off Kansas City 35-31. The final matchup, 3:05 in the air, 2 touchdown passes in New Orleans. Yes, they finally wake up after losing to Arizona last week, 31-6 against Tampa Bay today. Drew Brees had a day, 263 and 2 touchdowns. Miami beats Green Bay 23-20 in overtime. The Packers fall 2 weeks in a row in overtime. Pittsburgh 28-10 over Cleveland. Ben Roethlisberger's return, a success, 257 and 3 touchdowns. Philadelphia beats Atlanta 31-17. Kevin Cobb 326, 3 touchdowns on the day. College football, the first BCS poll set to be out here in about 1 hour, but the AP poll is already out. Some changes in the top 5. It's Oregon, Boise State, Oklahoma, TCU and Auburn, Texas, Virginia Tech, and Miami all back in the top 25. This Sporting News Flash is brought to you by LifeLock. With nearly 10 million victims, identity theft hit a 5-year high last year. Protect yourself now at LifeLock.com. So that's the latest Sporting News Flash. I'm Robert Nagley.
Hit by a commercial truck? Call National Truck Attorneys for our 9-step action plan.
If you or a family member has been disfigured or injured by a commercial vehicle recently, start your free claim review today.
The NTA action plan may secure valuable evidence before it's destroyed.
Don't let your family be victimized twice.
If you or your family member was deformed, injured, or suffered death from a commercial truck, call NTA today. Hit by a commercial truck?
Call 800-517-7470. 800-517-7470. National Truck Attorneys, 800-517-7470.
Has your computer been slowing down? Are you having problems with your email? Or when you go to the internet, is your browser taking so long to load that it seems like the worldwide wait? I'm Luke Ford, CEO of My Computer Works. We help people just like you with computer problems you can't fix. With one easy call, we can help you get your computer working the way you want it, speeding it back up, making sure you can send and receive emails, and making the internet fun again. You'll speak to a US-based technician who knows what they're doing, who can usually fix your computer on the very first call. If your computer's been slowing down, you can't get your email to work, your internet's taking forever, or if you're not sure what's wrong, but your computer's just not working the way you want it, call My Computer Works, and we'll help you fast. Here's the number to call, 1-800-616-5040, 1-800-616-5040. Toll free, that's 1-800-616-5040. 5040.
Hey, man, you like to go fishing?
Heck yeah, but I ain't been out in a while. I wouldn't know what I was doing.
Well, I'm about to do a lot more fishing because I just signed up at earthsports.com for free.
Earthsports.com?
It's a social networking site like Flitter or Bookface, but it's just for hooking up with people that know a lot more about fishing than you or me. You can find professional guides, lodging, tournaments, and even learn about the latest technology and gear. Oh, and you can get access to special deals that others can't. Anglers, sign up now at earthsports.com. Fishing 24/7.
SNR.
Sporting
News
Radio.
Is the IRS ruining your life? Are you afraid of losing everything? You can end the despair you feel right now. Get ready to write down an important phone number you're going to need to help solve your IRS nightmare. The number is 800-584-1089.
Hello, I'm John Harris, president of J.K. Harris & Company, the nation's largest tax representation firm. IRS problems have a way of ruining every aspect of your life if you let them. They don't go away on their own. The IRS can attach your wages, your pension, your savings, even your Social Security check. Over the past decade, the tax team at J.K. Harris has successfully negotiated settlements for our clients, saving them millions of dollars.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, call J.K. Harris at 800-584-1089. You may qualify to dramatically reduce your tax debt. Call 800-584-1089. That's 800-584-1089. SNR postgame. Back to the LifeLock studios of Sporting News Radio.
Here's Peter Brown.
A 35-yard field goal attempt coming from Stephen Gostowski to try to win it. We're set to go. Waiting for the snap. Snap, ball down. Kick up. Kick on the way. Kick is good. 35-yard field goal attempt for Stephen Gostowski, and the Patriots win it. In overtime, 23-20 to improve to 4-1.
That's a big win. Gil Santos on WBZ as Stephen Gostkowski wins it for the Patriots. Tom Brady brings him back 27-44, 292 yards. And again, you're either a winner or you're not a winner. You can't learn it. You can't teach it. You can't find a way to make somebody into it. It's amazing. You either are or you're not. And one thing I've learned, and I learned it today, probably more so than any other day, because I watched my son's soccer game this morning, and you either have a winning attitude and sports is a part of you, and it has to be a part of you in order to be successful. You can't do it as a hobby. You can't do it as a job. You can't do it as something that you have to, fake enthusiasm. You either are it or you're not. I mean, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, these guys, they're winners. It doesn't matter, in a way, what they do on the field. They find a way. They find a way to win. They find a way to pull out a game. Tom Brady, you don't have to tell him it's a home game at Gillette against maybe the AFC's best team or second best team, whatever the case may be, if you include the Jets in that category. You don't have to tell him that. You didn't have to tell Matt Schaub that, you know what, we got to go in, we got to score 28 points in the second half in order to win this game. You know what I mean? You just don't have to tell people certain things. And that's what should be viewed into when you look at a player, especially quarterback. When you go into the NFL draft, that's essentially what you should be looking for. You should be looking for that winning attitude. Who's a winner and who's not a winner? And I got news for you. It's not that hard to spot, okay? Really not that hard to spot. And I can spot it a mile away. I can spot